Mariners pick up the win last night to win the series against the Baltimore Orioles, and now they welcome the Boston Red Sox to town, who have been struggling this season, sitting there at 29-43, losers of 5 in a row, 8 of 10. Mariners look to add to that misery starting tonight when they send Bryce Miller to the hill. He'll be followed by Luis Castillo, as this will be one of 3 piggyback episodes before the All-Star break. So we'll keep an eye on that. That one's coming up tonight. You can catch it all right here, of course, starting at 6 o'clock with the pregame, 7:10 first pitch, Seattle Sports on 7:10. Meanwhile, one game going on right now, Cubs and Blue Jays. It's not close. Top of the 8th, Cubs are up 16-2 at home on the Blue Jays. And World Cup action, Team USA is up on Australia 2-0.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time.
This hour is brought to you by Legacy Group Capital Common Sense Lending.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Wyman and Bob.
On Seattle Sports.
Streaming live on the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Dave Wyman and Bob Stelton.
Welcome, everybody. It's Wyman and Bob live from T-Mobile Park at Seattle Sports on 710, seattlesports.com on another glorious day outside, a beautiful day to start another win streak for the Seattle Mariners as they welcome the Boston Red Sox to town. Game 1 of a 3-game series begins tonight. We've got you covered here live from the building, where it's empty here in the building, Dave, but the World Cup is on the big screen in center field. It's on the screen here in the booth. It's on the screens in the press area out there, watching just a dramatic game here where just bodies are just falling one after another. I mean, there's carnage happening out there.
Well, we had an official down.
Down.
Yeah, he was cramping up, apparently. It's too hot here in Seattle.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. That was maybe one of my favorite updates ever. 2-0, and I look over at Bob like, why did he's trying to sound official, and he's just staring at me.
That's right.
Right?
See?
You know what I did?
See, people know. I'm a soccer head. I love this stuff. I love it. 866-979-3776 is the text line for you. Coming up in the show, we got Paul Moyer joining us for his weekly conversation. He'll regale us with stories of abandoned dunes, him and the abandoned boys out there, just reliving the magic that fostered that nickname, spawned that nickname for their group. So we'll get the latest on that and everything else, his thoughts on the Mariners and Seahawks. Our buddy Adam Ray will be joining us. He's got a new show that I believe drops tonight on Netflix.
Yeah, I wonder which version of Adam we're going to get. He's got like 12 different characters now.
He's got characters I didn't know existed that I see him posting on Instagram. I'm like, wait, where did that come from? Who's this? So, yeah, he's going to join us at 4:30. Brad Adam is going to join us at 5. You and I have been excited all week about this appearance for Brad Adam.
Well, I've been getting texts from Brad since Monday. It's like, hey, what about the big show on Friday? And I'm like, what show? What are you talking about? He's like, what? You don't know I'm coming on? I'm sorry, Brad. I didn't know that we had to, announce you like 5 days before.
He wants some fanfare.
Yeah.
He'd like a build-up. There should have been promos running. 4-day, a countdown promo each day. 3 days until Brad Adam joins us on the show.
Everybody loves Brad Adam.
Yeah,
right?
He's a nice guy. He's like one of the nicest guys ever.
Yeah.
But he was very excited to come on.
I'm looking at Rick Riz. Everybody loves Rick Riz, too.
If you don't like Rick Riz, you're the problem.
That's right.
That's how that goes. There are those certain people that are just so nice that if somebody says, I don't like them, you're talking to the problem there.
Then there's Lefko.
Then you probably have a point. Then you probably have some material to work with.
Just kidding. There.
So yeah, Brad Adam will join us.
Mean text, Dave.
Yeah,
Good
that's
job.
true.
And they're only allowed to send them in today. So
that's right.
Yeah. Now they're going to start.
Do we narrow it down to just 1 day a week? They can send them in. I don't see them adhering to those rules.
They can send them in whenever.
Yeah,
no, they can't.
Dave sees one on a Tuesday and he's immediately annoyed.
Yeah, it's just I always text him back, numbnuts, you're off by like 4 days. So. Yeah.
Meanwhile, it is Mean Text Friday, so you can get those in. We'll do that at 5:45 today. So get those going at 866-979-3776. Is it a final? US won? They won. It's all over. It's all over at Lumen Field. It's a shutout. 2-0, Dave.
Yeah, I love the nil. Yeah, it's interesting. I thought it was going to be just entirely clogged up. So kudos to the city or all the different ways to get around. And
They got in there.
Yeah, there was really no big traffic jam or anything. I thought it was going to take like an hour and a half to get here, and got here early. So they did a great job with that. And I'm not sure, is it full over there?
It looks absolutely mobbed. Yeah, I would say they sold this out. It doesn't look like there's a seat available, and those fans don't mess around. They get in there and they want to be ready for the action as soon as as soon as the whistle blows or whatever gets things going over there. But yeah, it's mobbed. It was mobbed over at Victory Hall. I guess that's where the watch party is, and it is just packed over there. But you're right, the streets. So if you're thinking of coming down here for the Mariner game and you're worried about traffic, all that, don't.
So far, yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming there'll be a lot of people obviously leaving the stadium, so I wouldn't come right this minute. But in an hour or two, you're probably good, man. They've done a nice job to this point. We got right in here. So, meanwhile, we got the Boston Red Sox coming to town, and Dave, you know how I feel when you got bad teams facing the Mariners. I get nervous.
Yeah, that can't be a thing, though, right? Because that indicates that they're letting their foot off the gas, basically. And it's like, I mean, we're 39-37. I mean, is that the kind of record where you go, we can take these guys. We can take this lightly.
No, I don't, and that's not what I'm trying to insinuate. Maybe it's the other teams looking at the Mariners, going, look, this team's in first place. They were 8 outs away from a World Series. Let's show them we can play. We're not dead yet. Maybe there's some motivation for those teams to step up their game, so to speak, because it's just, I was looking at it last night. I was going through it. You look at the Royals, the Angels, the Orioles, the Rangers, and Tigers, all teams below 500, right? Mm-hmm. Mariners have a combined 8-16 record against those teams. They won 1 game against the Royals. They're 1-5 against the Royals, who are dreadful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, those are all American League teams, right?
Yeah.
Royals, Angels, Orioles, Rangers, Tigers. I mean, the AL just kind of seems like, especially the AL West, just kind of up for grabs.
Yeah. And so that's what makes it even more confounding is like, why do you struggle? You're not going to sweep these teams. These are all professional teams. I don't expect you just to blow through each and every one of them, but just the way they've struggled when it comes to teams you look at on the schedule and go, okay, you got to get this series because what's coming up after it gets a lot tougher.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this going, all right, here's a Red Sox team who's 29-43. They've lost 4 in a row. They've lost 8 of 10. They're dreadful this year. Expected to be better. Another one of those teams where people expected them to be better, and they're awful right now. But it gives me pause. I'm a little leery. I hope they blow through them, and I come in on Monday and go, well, that was nothing to worry about. But I don't know why. I can't explain why it is that they seemingly have a hard time with some of the teams we view and most people look at and go, yeah, the Mariners are a better team. They should beat that team.
Well, I mean, I think with the injuries, there's just been such inconsistency this year. And, like we'll talk about Bryan Woo later, but like I felt like he found another gear yesterday.
Man, he was good.
Just the way he's kind of navigating through, like all the psychological stuff, and whether or not he should take things maybe less seriously and, all of that. But then on top of that, you've got things like that. You've got the piggyback thing. There's, and I want to say somewhat drama. I mean, it's probably not drama. It's not that big of a deal. But then you got, peppered in all of the different injuries and everything. So it's like, who is this team right now? We really don't know. And up until they're full force and everybody, healthy, we're really not going to know. So, it's a good start having Cal back, but you still don't have Brendan Donovan, lots of other, Randy Rosarina's out of the lineup. I mean, it's just been, it's a lack of consistency as far as, putting the same guys out there each and every night. So I feel like we don't even know what this team is about. And they're just like every other team in the AL, right? I mean, there's other than the Yankees and Tampa Bay, I mean, it's pretty much up for grabs.
Yeah, it is a weird year, to say the very least, for the American League. And look, the Mariners, despite everything we just said, despite struggles against below 500 teams, despite injuries, despite inconsistencies with the rotation, guys pitching well one night to go out the next night, get lit up, and they've all done it. They're sitting there at 39 and 37. They're in first place. And at the same point, that's 76 games, I believe.
Yeah.
You add those two numbers together.
Yes, sir.
After 76 games last year, they were 39 and 37.
Yeah.
So there's just it's again, we said this before. There's just a different expectation you came into this season with. So sitting there at 39-37 last year, you just felt differently. At least I did. I didn't have the level of expectation I do now with this team.
Yeah, I feel like last year, I mean, at this time we were talking about guys like Donnie Barrels getting reps.
Rowdy Tellez. Dylan
Moore. And remember Demo at like this point, I think he had like 5 errors, and he had never had more than 5 errors in a season. And so, you know, I feel like those guys were kind of the fill-ins, but really the problem this year isn't that you have a lack of, you know, depth or anything at any position. It's that you've had all these injuries, and it's just hard to get a consistent lineup out there. So yeah, again, overall it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
About, you know, where they're going to be. I was looking at Cal's numbers, by the way. He had 31 home runs at this point last year.
Did he really?
Yeah.
He had 31 at this point?
Yeah.
After 76 games. Wow. I would have taken the under on that.
Yeah.
Are you
me
sure?
Too. Well, here we go. We got 38 and 37.
Wow.
31 home runs.
Yeah.
66 RBI.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and he stolen 9 bags, and
He's got what, 7 home runs right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the leader at? Now I'm curious. Let's see here. Home run leader's at 25, and that's Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah.
25. Okay, man.
So yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of things, and you know, Cal's starting to show the effect of him coming back. He hits the 2-run or 3-run home run the other night, and so it's starting to come back together. But yeah, as far as like playing against those teams, it just, yeah, like I said, Cleveland, you know, Cleveland's a pretty good team. I think, did they lose Jose Ramirez for a while? I think he had some kind of a hammock bone thing going. So yeah, in the American League, it's just all those teams you mentioned there, just it's up for grabs.
Yeah. Meanwhile, what you're getting this year that you didn't really see last year is legit contribution from really young guys. Cole Young, I feel like we talk about every show for good reason. He's been spectacular. And we heard Bryan Woo talk about him yesterday as well, basically echoing what we've been saying. When you look at who he was last year, we're a young guy, he's 21 at the time. He looked, you know, he was getting beat by velocity, looked a bit overmatched up there, and it obviously faded very much toward the end of the season. We didn't really know what to expect coming into the season. You're hoping for the best, and he's been spectacular. I mean, he's gone on some great stretches offensively, defensively, one great play after another. I mean, I've got zero complaints with Cole Young. I'm very, very excited about his potential to be that long-term answer at that spot that they have not had in a number of years. So he's been great, getting contributions from him this year. Dom Canzone, who we spoke with yesterday, another young guy on this roster, he's been on fire. He's, you know, seeing him, and he's got some pop out there. And then you throw Colt Emerson, who comes in a little bit later, and he's already a guy who's contributing out there, certainly in both sides, going, you know, up there in terms of what he's done at the plate to this point and what he's given you out in the field. So you're getting a different level of contribution beyond your standard guys. Or Rosarena, who's been hot all year. Julio's gotten off to the best start of his career. Unfortunately, Cal, injuries. He got off to a slow start before the injury. And then Donovan, who was a new guy, got off to a great start, but has been gone.
Yeah.
So the young guys have really filled the gaps in some crucial spots. And Dan Wilson just talked about the ability of both of the young guys, Cole Young and Colt Emerson, to already be playing and acting like they're established veterans at this point.
To see Cole go down the left field line there, pick up an RBI with the big double, and then Colt pull one in the hole. I mean, these guys in these RBI situations, not trying to do too much. Again, you see a lot of young players trying to go get something a little extra in those kind of situations, but not those two. Cole just taking what he got there on a pitch up and away and able to pick up the double, and Colt, you know, got a pitch on the, you know, middle inner half and able to turn on that and get it in the hole. So incredible awareness, incredible you know, field, just, you know, awareness, and you know, these guys are beyond their years and just kind of feeling the game and understanding the situation, and it's very impressive.
I haven't heard any
Unbelievable.
nicknames with those two. Have you?
No. Yeah, that'd be
would they be?
something for maybe our texters to come up with.
CEO?
Cole and Colt.
would that be Cole Young? CEO?
CEO, yeah, according to Dan. Dan would go with that.
Well,
CM, Colt Emerson.
Coem? I don't know.
I don't know. Somebody should make up, because, I mean, look, these two guys could be the middle of this defense for years to come.
It's exciting. I love watching this. I love watching it develop in front of our eyes like that.
And you pointed this out yesterday about up the middle. I mean, because you got Julio in center,
Cal.
those two guys.
Yeah.
You got Cal. You got a great pitching staff. I mean, it is really exciting to see these guys. And I can't say it enough of how the youth and what do we say Cole Young is, 22?
22.
Yeah, and then you got a guy that's not even 21 yet,
He's
Colt, and he's phenomenal. And, you know, we got a chance to talk to his coach, but just all the little things that he did, like the base run when he took home plate a couple of nights ago, and just that slide off to the side, little tap on the plate. I mean, those instinctive type of things, and that's what we heard from his coach about him. But yeah, it's so exciting to see him make like big league, like he's been in the league for a long time type of plays. Just you know, I keep talking about the pop-up slide where he skips the ball off the dirt to get a little bit more velocity, turn into double play. I mean, it's like he has the instincts of like a 10-year player. So, yeah, and then we've seen him at the plate as well. So, yeah, very exciting, and I'd be kind of a good project for our texters to name those two guys up the middle there.
Yeah, unless Dan's thrown out some names we haven't caught it yet. I haven't heard any of those abbreviated nicknames like we hear for everybody else. You know,
yeah, but something like, you know, like remember in Oakland it was the Bash Brothers.
Yeah,
something like that maybe.
You think they need a nickname for the pair?
Little nickname, yeah.
All right. There you go. You think they're capable? You say they can't even come up with a mean text. You think they're going to get that creative with a? No,
not at all. I have no faith whatsoever in our texters.
Well, I'll throw the number out there just in case somebody's feeling fired up today. 866-979-3776. Come up with a clever nickname for those two. Maybe we'll get it out there. Get shirts made. It takes off like Legion of Boom.
There you go.
Yeah, it was created on our station, on our show. So, meanwhile, J.P. Crawford is a guy he's a guy I've certainly been critical of his range because we've seen it shrink at shortstop. That's age. That's just what happens. His range isn't quite where it used to be, and Colt Emerson is the future. They've $95 million deal. They committed to him. He's going to be here. He's going to be your shortstop. J.P. recognizing that takes the initiative to talk to the organization. Say, look, I'll play third base. And lo and behold, he's playing third base. And to this point, and it's been very brief, couple of games, he's looked really comfortable. He's looked very natural to me. I mean, it doesn't mean he's never going to make a mistake, but I like what I've seen. And I'm looking at him going, he is so respected. When you go into that clubhouse, he's a leader, and everybody loves him. He's the guy that took that mantle from Kyle Seager. Remember Kyle Seager's last game? I'll never forget it. JP being interviewed on the field by Angie Mentink, and he's crying.
Yeah.
And Angie was fighting back tears. And they were talking about Kyle leaving, and she was asking him, are you ready to take over that? And he's, yeah, I'm ready. And sort of the passing of the torch there. And he's been a leader on this team, whether you love him, hey, what have you. He is loved in that clubhouse. And he's a guy that always gives you 9 times out of 10, he's going to give you a great plate appearance, whether it results in a hit or not. He's going to see multiple pitches.
Yeah.
You see him his first game back, comes up with a base hit, works 2 walks. That's just who he is. It's not super flashy, but he's just, every once in a while, he's going to drive one out of the yard. I'd love to see him here for a couple years, and I'm looking at him at third going, I think he could play third base for a couple years, don't you? I mean, I don't know who they've got coming up in the system that's really pushing for that particular spot. Feel like he could be the answer there.
Yeah, well, and maybe he can have a power year like he did in, I think it was 23. Yeah, where he hits 19 home runs, and, he's got 10 already. So, yeah, I mean, he's on pace for that. We're not quite at the halfway point. So, yeah, I mean, it's not only that. I don't know. There's something about the way he carries himself, but that is sort of understated. Mm-hmm. But when we hear from, the guys in the clubhouse, they're always just raving about JP. I mean, his name just pops up all the time. And Shannon was talking about this on the pregame show the other day about the mound visits.
Yeah.
And who are the people that are most important or say the best things? And JP was kind of the consensus, and I don't know if that was Dan and everybody else and the other, and I think the pitchers weighed in on the whole thing, but JP is, and you wouldn't think, I mean, it doesn't look like a rah-rah type of guy, but, if you know when to do that kind of thing and then when to, hey, just calm down or whatever, he just has an unbelievable sense for that. But it's always it was surprising in the beginning when we first started hearing that JP Crawford was like the leader in there, just because he's so chill and kind of laid back and everything. But the more you hear about him, and then to see what he's doing at third base, and him going to Scott and I'm sorry,
Dan.
going to Dan and saying, hey man, I want to be a Mariner for life.
Yeah.
And I'll do whatever it takes. I mean, that to me is so impressive, and that alone, makes him a leader.
Yeah, and for those who are like, we traded away our third baseman of the future, Ben Williamson, just to give you an update, he's now a second baseman in Tampa Bay. He's been moved to second base. He's almost exactly the same hitter. He just hit his second career home run the other day. He's got two career home runs, one with the Mariners, one with Tampa.
Somewhere around 250.
He's hitting 248, 322 on base, one home run, 19 runs driven in.
Yeah.
You've got a more productive individual in JP, guy with more power, certainly at this point. So I'm not saying he's a better defender at that spot, but Ben's been moved off that spot. He's their second baseman. So look, I'm not saying that JP is the long-term answer there, but I could see him being there for a couple of seasons and hopefully bridging that gap before they've got a young guy that they feel is the future at that spot in their system. But yeah, I love what I've seen in the very brief time he's been out there. We'll talk more about that, talk more about this series and this team. Right now, let's take two.
We saw a distraught Ryan Rowland-Smith wander into the booth here.
In his Aussie jersey.
Yes.
Socceroos.
Yes. We learned there's no baseball equivalent. He was telling us that story. But Ryan Rowland-Smith, very sad. U.S. advances to the knockout round after their win over Australia today. Apparently, it's the first time they've won 2 matches in the group stage since the 1930 World Cup.
So you're saying they're not good?
They are good now. They have not been good. Yeah,
yeah, I remember that World Cup.
Yeah. As you would. Yes.
You were a 9-year-old boy at the time, 1930s, just coming out of a depression.
Well, I mean, I like that you said that Ryan Rowland-Smith came wandering in here like he was stunned.
He was just aimless, looking for a friend's shoulder to cry on. Wearing
I hope he's able to overcome it before the broadcast tonight.
I like hearing him say Socceroos. It's on the back of that jersey. But yeah, that's it was cool to hear that. It's cool to be in this booth here, the legendary booth where Rick Riz works his magic, and to hear the crowd from Lumen Field. That part is cool. That part is cool to hear, just the crowd cheering.
Rick's doing his parade wave.
He's doing it like he's the mayor.
That's right.
All right, well, no lineup out yet, but the Mariners will face 3 lefties this series against the Red Sox, including tonight their big free agent acquisition, Ranger Suarez.
Yeah, the lefties have been kind of a kryptonite for this team. So we'll see how it goes, and maybe they can get beyond that, because the Red Sox are just struggling, man. Again, they've lost 4 in a row, 8 of 10. They're just a dreadful team this year. For whatever reason, again, a lot of these teams were not following their injury reports or who's been producing, who's not, the way we do with the Mariners. But 3 lefties, I get it. Mariners have not been great against lefties this year. Having said that, you should win this series. You got to take 2 of 3.
Oh, we got a switch hitter back in Cal, and then remember last year, I guess they're not aligned this year. Remember we heard from that Boston GM or one of the upper.
Oh, everybody said alignment.
Execs,
yeah.
Used the word alignment 50 times.
Yeah.
And it's not happening.
Take 2 is brought to you by Swedish Cyberknife. Treat prostate cancer with Swedish Cyberknife. Swedish.org/cyberknife prostate. Yesterday marked a turning point for Bryan Woo. We'll get into that coming up next as we continue live from T-Mobile Park on a glorious day. It's Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710.
Have you downloaded the Seattle Sports app?
We're going to have a challenge right here.
What are you waiting for?
Listen to this.
Every pitch.
Here comes the 3-2.
Every game.
Swung on and missed. Got him.
One app for free.
How about that, folks?
The Seattle Sports app. every game.
Julio racing back.
Right in the palm of your hands.
Makes a leap and makes the catch.
Plus the latest Mariners news, insider access, video, and podcast.
They got it. Wow.
The Seattle Sports app.
Hey, the price of gold has doubled in the past 2 years, and both gold and silver reached their highest price ever earlier this year. It's Dave Wyman here, and the good folks at Bellevue Rare Coins say higher prices have enticed more Americans to cash out their jewelry, gold, and silver items, some of which have been in families for generations. Now, if you're trying to time the market, there's no guarantee prices will stay this high forever. And here's a story from a real local customer. She said, I walked into Bellevue Rare Coins with an old bag of jewelry, nervous and embarrassed because it was mostly old tangled chains and pieces I hadn't looked at in years. After a few minutes, they made her feel comfortable enough to consider the fact that because gold was at record highs, that her jewelry was worth far more than she ever imagined. And when they gave her the total, she started laughing and said, I can't believe I almost donated this stuff. So just go see what your jewelry is worth. It's a free, no-pressure consultation, won't cost you anything. You can go to Bellevue Rare Coins now in Linwood, Issaquah, Tacoma, and, of course, Bellevue, or go to BellevueRareCoins.com.
Taking the time to understand who you're working with. So that way you can understand, am I putting them in the best situation to be successful based on either their skill set or what they've gone through in their personal life. But you got to take the time to know your coworkers, your teammates, all that kind of stuff like that between the lines, because then otherwise it's not relationship based. And so that's a priority for us as far as making sure that we get to know each other between the lines. And then through that, right, you go shared experiences, and then two, now you're in the trenches together, and then you build the camaraderie, and then you got the trust and everything else that comes with that type of thing. That's really what, Brett and myself are trying to, articulate and communicate with the people that we work with, that, hey, yes, we have a job to do and we do have to perform to make sure that this business is sustainable, but the foundational piece is the relationship.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
There's only one Ozempic.
Hello, I'm Ozempic. And I'm other GLP-1s, kind of like him. Ozempic, you redid your jingle?
Thanks for noticing. Catchy, right?
No.
Okay, then. Well, ask your doctor about which FDA-approved uses of me, the Ozempic pen, may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide injection, 2 milligrams. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic.
There's only one Ozempic.
I told you it was catchy.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-791-0000. That's 800-791-0000.
Hey, Brock Heward here. Those in the know wait all year for the return of the Copper River King Salmon, available now at Seastar Restaurant and Raw Bar. Caught in Alaska's legendary Copper River, this wild king salmon is the rarest and most sought after of the run. Chef Howie's team over there, they prepare it simply. Fire grilled, lightly seasoned, really allowing this remarkable fish to speak for itself. Available only when the daily catch allows, and when it's gone, it's gone. So make your reservation at Seastar before the season slips away.
The home of the Mariners.
It is gone! Cal Raleigh, 2-run home run!
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
What if I told you a local credit union is giving members up to $30 per month just to make everyday purchases? Dave Wyman here, and when I heard about the offer from Harborstone Credit Union, I said, sign me up. And that's what I did at harborstone.com/cash. You know, I'm not a tech-savvy guy, but opening a checking account was easy enough for me to figure out. I got my PNW Cashback checking account for free, no fees or minimums, and when I make everyday purchases with my Harborstone PNW Cashback debit card, I earn up to $30 each month. My wife loves it when I get cash back on gas, groceries, coffee, travel, and lunch. All categories count towards your cash back. You can even tap to pay. If you live, work, or worship in the state of Washington, sign up for a membership with Harborstone Credit Union and get the PNW Cashback free checking account. Open your free account online like I did at harborstone.com/cash or visit one of their 29 branches across the Northwest.
Insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, Brock Ewart here for my friends over there at People Come First Construction Group. You know I love my acronyms, PCF. They designed and built our outdoor living space for Molly and I, and we just loved it. And right now, PCF is making it easier than ever to get started on your new dream deck with 50% off your custom professional design and architectural drawing package. That means you can save over $9,000 on your project. And with 12 months of no interest, no payment financing, you can design your deck now and pay later. You know, most people who start with a design package end up with the exact outdoor space they've always wanted and dreamed of. This offer is your first step. Do what we did and contact PCF Construction Group today. Get your project ideas, browse amazing photos, and find all the offer details at PCFgroup.com. That's PCFgroup.com.
Making your outdoor space your favorite place. With People Come First.
This hour is brought to you by Legacy Group Capital Common Sense Lending.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Wyman and Bob.
Weekdays 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
We are live at T-Mobile Park. It's Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710. Things have wrapped up next door at Lumen Field where Team USA takes out Australia 2-0, Dave. And somebody sent in a text. It seemed like it was a bit of a shot at soccer, but it said 2-0 is like 28-0 for real sports. That's a texter, everybody. Don't jump on me. I'm just the messenger here.
Yeah, I like that you have the right terminology. You know soccer, Bob.
That's right. I'm a soccer head. Is that what you'd call somebody who's in a soccer head?
Soccer head? Socceroo. How about that?
Socceroo. That sounds really, it sounds funny when Ryan says it.
Yeah.
It's like, what? The Socceroos? We're out here?
The one thing, honestly, I'm very curious about the kind of the culture in soccer. And we've heard from some people have like texted in and said, hey, you know, nobody likes the flopping.
Yeah.
And is that true? Because if that is true, then why are they still doing it?
Yeah, according to all these texters we had yesterday or the other day when we asked that said, hey, I'm a soccer fan and I hate it. But somebody had mentioned that if you get hit in the face, that's why they ride around, because then you can get the red card with that or something. I don't know. I guess it's a more egregious thing if you get hit. That's why guys are always rolling around holding their face.
Right.
But then somebody else said, well, yeah, but they're reviewing all these, so I guess if you're faking it, it's going to be exposed on film. I don't know.
So you're basically encouraged to be a phony.
Kind of,
right?
It seems like
that's,
you get
that's
rewarded.
The part. And honestly, that's just it. I'm not saying, oh, they're a bunch of babies. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying that I don't understand that part, that culture.
Well, it's kind of NBA, too, to a lesser extent. You're rewarded with a free throw often if you lay on the ground and act like you were just absolutely hammered by an elbow in the head and you're not sure where you are, but you're going to go up there and sink 2 free throws and miraculously recover.
Yeah. You know, I like the fact that Naylor does it. Like, if he gets hit, he will, you know, sometimes kind of play it up so that they think, oh, there's no way he's stealing.
Yeah.
That's kind of a savvy move there, but he's also not writhing around and with his face that looks like he's ready to cry or something.
Although we did see one yesterday with Jazz Chisholm.
Oh my God.
That
poor man.
He left the game.
Mm-hmm.
He fouled a ball. I don't know how many people saw it, but Jazz Chisholm of the Yankees fouled a ball off at the plate that hit the ground and bounced straight up and hit him right in the goods. And he went down. What's harsh, kind of, is they showed his teammates in the dugout, and some of them were laughing, like smiling, like, ooh. They were kind of giggling. Yeah. And he was on all fours, and trainers are out there, and he ended up leaving the game.
Yeah. Well, Mark DeRosa was talking about it this morning, and he was like, I can't believe these guys don't wear cups. He said they don't wear cups.
I think the only person that wears a cup is the catcher.
Just the catcher?
Yeah.
He said, I put on a cup for the team photo. I mean, it was like, you always have a cup. So I
well, you didn't wear one in football.
No.
And that's, contact is going to be made. It makes even less sense in your sport.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It just never really happens. And then I don't know.
Tell that to Paul Moyer.
Okay, well, we'll ask him.
Yeah, we'll ask him. Do you wish you were wearing a cup?
I think I got one time, and I played in 92, 95 games, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not as much of a thing there. So,
yeah.
But I can't even talk about it. Watching that this morning, I was just like, oh, that's not even funny, because you're right. Guys were laughing and everything, but usually the guy behind or whoever gets hit kind of eventually cracks a smile. But he looked like
he was down, and then he was out. They took him out of the game. Yeah. So, meanwhile, we were here yesterday, and we had a chance to watch Bryan Woo just spin a gem out there. He was phenomenal. And then we were down there. Dave, you and I were in there when he was talking to the media, and he was talking about meeting these kids from Seattle Children's Hospital who had gifted him some new cleats, and just, it seemed like it really impacted him. And his quote was, "I don't think I've ever felt more fulfilled as a baseball player than I did after that meeting yesterday." And he talked about meeting those kids. He said, just the fact that you have the opportunity and the platform to impact lives like that. And he met an 11-year-old and a 12-year-old, and it said, that brought him to tears meeting him. But it gave him perspective, and he said, quote, "Hey, maybe one bad outing isn't the worst thing in the world." And, this is a guy who's notoriously hard on himself. He'd go out there and give you 6 innings, 7 innings, give up a run, and he'll sit there and tell you about the walk. I can't believe I walked that guy.
Right.
And he scored. And and I like that he's that he's not satisfied, that he's a guy who's always, striving for perfection. But you look, maybe sometimes to his detriment, he gets really hard on himself. But
yeah, and as long as it works for you, right?
Right.
And like he's always kind of been tortured. Afterwards he's never really, really happy, and he's always very, very hard on himself. And but this was kind of interesting, that he talked about meeting with those kids and just giving you some perspective on like what's really important in life. And I don't know. I just think that this is the kind of game where something like that can really help you.
That's what I was going to ask, is do you think it not changes him? He is who he is. He's still going to be really intense out there, and he's going to be critical. But I just wonder if it has an impact on him to a point where maybe it becomes beneficial, where that dose of reality, that he saw that brought him to tears. And his other quote was, "You get caught up in your own crap, good, bad, whatever, how the team's doing, how you feel, but stuff like that." Talking about that meeting just gives you a whole different perspective on what's really important. How you can still have positive impact on people around you, even when you don't really know it. You don't know the people, you've never met them, whatever it is. Even after an outing like today, or any good outing, you never think that it's going to give you this feeling of fulfillment or purpose.
Yeah.
And it's just like you wonder, wow, is this going to be a moment that kind of shifts the way he views it or approaches things?
That's I was going to say reset.
Yeah.
Because, I think you go out and you have a couple innings and you're kind of rolling, but then, a couple of games in a row, you have, 2-3 good games in a row, but then people are going to look at you, right? They're going to look at your film. What's he doing? That's, and hitters are going to get back, on top again. And so, I feel like every 4 or 5, 6 different outings, you need some kind of a reset. And it just seemed like, I'll be very interested to see how it is going forward. If it looks more like this, and certainly less like some of the outings he's had where, it's been, 6 earned runs, 7 earned runs.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I loved hearing that from him. I hope he's able to enjoy things a little bit more. And then, like you said, just kind of recalibrate where he's at, and maybe that'll help him. So yeah, you never know where it's going to come from. And I thought that was really cool, and I love being in there and seeing all the emotion and everything from him.
Yeah, one quick cut from him before we hit the break here. He's explaining his mindset in trusting who he is as a pitcher, even when things haven't gone well.
You always have belief in what you're good at, but, as you work and train over the years and you get better at other things, you want to continue to build confidence in those as well. So it's not losing, the core of who I am, but I think more than just the fastballs, the core of who I am is just attacking the zone with whatever pitches I'm using. And so looking at it more from that way, as opposed to just like I'm a guy with 2 good fastballs and always relying on those. I think I've built the confidence and the trust in myself that I can throw all 5 at any time for strikes and, out of the zone competitively. So just, a little bit of a change in just like the verbiage and the perspective that way.
Yeah, just cool to see yesterday. Usually he's 4-seam, 2-seam guy, and yesterday he was mixing in more of his pitches, slider, sweeper. I think were his second and third most used pitches yesterday. So mixed it up a bit against the lineup that he saw before where he got lit up. So interesting to see him come out and just have him dominate the way that he did. Meanwhile, the Seahawks are still somehow being slept on heading into the season. We'll get into that coming up next with Wyman and Bob live from T-Mobile Park. It's Seattle Sports on 710.
Think you know the Mariners? Not if you aren't subscribed to the Daily Mariners newsletter from Seattle Sports.
That's what they've been waiting for.
The latest Mariners news and injury updates, exclusives from Mariners insider Shannon Dreyer.
You look at the pieces and how it works.
Plus the best takes and breakdowns from your favorite Seattle Sports hosts and contributors.
The Mariners seem to be trying to build something that I think is a little bit more sustainable.
The Daily Mariners newsletter.
Monster solo home run.
Subscribe at seattlesports.com/newsletter.
I was somebody that had to have a pair of reading glasses with me at all times or I was in trouble. I couldn't go into a restaurant and read a menu without them or go into a store and read a label without them and have them in every room of my home and had the biggest font possible on my phone to see text. It was just got tiresome, and I finally did something about it. Went to K2 Vision RLE for refractive lens exchange, and it's been an absolute game changer. And when you add K2 Vision and King LASIK together, you get Freedom Vision for every stage of life. LASIK and EVO ICL from King LASIK gives you freedom from glasses and contacts. Refractive lens exchange from K2 Vision RLE adds extra freedom from readers and cataracts. So again, if you're somebody like me that has to have that pair of readers everywhere and you just get frustrated with it, you're done with it, K2 Vision RLE could be your perfect and permanent solution. On top of that, you'll never develop a cataract. With over 400,000 procedures, Doctors Kopstein and King are two of the most experienced vision correction surgeons in America. So whether it's LASIK, EVO ICL, or RLE, trust the most experienced team of doctors out there with all of the data to recommend the very best procedure for you. Schedule your free Zoom consultation today. Just go to K2VisionRLE.com. King LASIK and K2 Vision RLE, no glasses, contacts, readers, or cataracts. That's K2VisionRLE.com.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Girl, it's back. We've been waiting. I love that honey pepper pimento sandwich.
And that pineapple dragon fruit and Sprite is everything. It's got that razzle-dazzle that makes you stop and say, okay, wait a minute.
I love the creaminess of the pimento cheese. It's savory, it's bold, it's flavorful.
Our faves are back. High five, girl.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
A rising blast, left field, grand slam, Rosarena!
At T-Mobile Park, you've always got the best seat in the house. But for a truly elevated experience, you've got to be in a Mariner Suite. A suite is the perfect spot to get your game and celebration on. Birthday, promotion, engagement, company team building that actually team builds. No matter your event, we've got a suite you'll love. Group suites can fit 30 to 400 people for big-time bashes. And private suites offer just that, an upscale experience for more intimate gatherings. All Mariner Suites offer an incredible view of the ballpark, so you can't go wrong. Plus, you and your guests will enjoy premium catering, VIP parking, private Skybridge entry, and more. And season ticket members get 15% off. Reserve your suite today at mariners.com/suites.
Bases clearing, 3-run double by Josh Naylor. Holy smokes, the Mariners have the lead.
Mariners baseball, Trident's up.
Do you know a woman making a difference in Seattle's sports and events community? Someone who leads with purpose, mentors others, champions inclusion, and inspires those around her to be their best. Why Seattle and Seattle sports want to celebrate her. Nominations are now open for the 2026 Women of Inspiration Award, recognizing an outstanding woman whose impact is helping shape the future of sports and events in our region. Submit your nomination today at WOISeattle.org. That's WOISeattle.org. Nominations close July 10th.
The home of the Mariners.
It is gone! Cal Raleigh, 2-run home run!
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Looking for a new Mazda? Check out Mazda of Everett. As the West Coast's largest Mazda dealer, they have over 700 new Mazdas in stock and are known for always offering the Mazda of Everett price. Awarded Mazda's President's Award 13 years in a row and ranked among the top 20 Mazda dealers in the USA for customer service. Locally owned and trusted by thousands. Shop at 11409 Highway 99 in Everett or MazdaofEverett.com. Dealer awards and rankings based on Mazda USA reporting and data.
Thinking about investing in home upgrades? Worry less and save more with Snohomish PUD's network of trade allies. These are trusted local contractors who can install heat pumps, insulation, new windows, and more. And when you work with a PUD trade ally, you can unlock instant rebates. This means lower upfront costs, lower energy bills, and work done by vetted pros. Find a PUD trade ally at snowpud.com/rebates.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Wyman and Bob.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
Weekdays 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
We are live at T-Mobile Park on a busy day in downtown Seattle. We're right in the thick of it. Right in the thick of it, Dave. You got Team USA taking care of Team Australia out there, much to the chagrin of Ryan Rowland-Smith, who is yet to be seen since that tragic loss. So hopefully he's doing okay in a Socceroos jersey he's been running around in.
I think he slinked away to go put his Mariner shirt on.
You think so?
Yeah.
He's hiding his head in shame right now.
Well, I didn't even know he was a soccer fan until.
I don't think he did either.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new fans, I'll say, that are running around. All of a sudden, they're running around and.
I can say that. I've been playing soccer since the 8th grade.
Yeah.
I remember that was always during PE. We'd play soccer.
That was the extent of my experience, too, PE.
Yeah, and the only thing I remember about that was that Tim Penn punched me in the face because he didn't like me and on the soccer field. Or on the soccer pitch, I should say.
On the pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I...
And I didn't even flop. I could have, writhed in pain on the ground because he did punch me in the side of the head.
I think it was 4th grade, PE, playing soccer. The ball was between me and another guy on the other team. We're both running at it, full speed, trying to kick it. He kicked, completely missed, hit me right in the jewels. And I'm a little kid. I went down in a heap crying. The coach is coming over, and all I remember is saying is, I don't want to go to the doctor. I don't want to go to the doctor. It's just, he just completely whiffed on the ball and got 2 of them.
All the soccer memories.
That's where my soccer dreams went to die, right there. That was the end of the dream right there as far as my soccer future. But,
I'm surprised, honestly, that there's not more ACL type of things with guys, trying to kick the ball and, sometimes going over the top a little bit and maybe stepping on it or whatever. It just seems like there's a lot of opportunities for those kinds of knee injuries, but
No.
Every time I see somebody writhing in pain on the ground, it's never a knee injury.
Well, they got magic spray, so everybody's good. Everybody's good. Meanwhile, we talked about this a little bit the other day. We'd played a cut from Brock and Salk where they were talking about, do the Seahawks still have something to prove? You know, talking about sort of the disrespect from national media coming into this season and you know, the idea that somehow there's something to prove to these people or anybody. And it just, to me, makes no sense. You're holding the trophy. You got the giant rings. You had the ceremony. You were the last team standing. The end. End of story. New season. Doesn't mean that's how this season ends, but it's a weird thing with this team and maybe some other teams that they got to go do it again to prove it. And I'm like, prove what to who? You were the champions this year. The implication is if you don't get back the next year and at least get there and or win it, that somehow you were this, it was luck, or you're a one-hit one, then that would be true of just about every Super Bowl champion because most do not repeat. Yeah, we've seen the Patriots, we've seen the Steelers back in the day, you've seen the Niners, but you can sit there and name the teams that have done that. So the implication is anybody that's won a Super Bowl and then the next year a different team won, well, the previous team was a flash in the pan or they got lucky.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to feel like, and I get it, that the Seahawks are not getting a lot of conversation or a lot of the national voices saying, yeah, they're my favorite. I think this is the team to beat, what have you. That's fine. Those are opinions. But the facts are you're the champs. You proved it. To me, the other teams have something to prove. The Rams have something to prove. They need to prove that they're worthy of all the praise that they're getting, and maybe they will. But Seahawks are legit. They are the Super Bowl champions. The end, Dave.
Yeah, I get it. I like that everybody is kind of crowning the Rams. And I told when we talked to Charles Cross, I was like, yeah, it kind of pisses me off that, you know, somehow now the Rams are the best team. But it seems like there's lots of pressure on them. Maybe more than on the Seahawks. So, yeah, I think at the end of the year, you know, maybe if somebody interviews Mike Macdonald and we win another Super Bowl, he might come out with the same thing he said last year. We did not care. Yeah. We did not care about, you know, all of the. But I mean, I think no matter what, that's going to put a little bit of a chip. No matter what kind of guy you are, it's going to put a little bit of a chip. And I like that they're being doubted by people. Would
it bother you if you were just coming off a Super Bowl title, you just got your ring, blah, 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 and the feeling is, hey, the Rams, or every other team, the Cowboys are going to be good this year.
Well, I didn't play in an era where it was like, you know, so pervasive, you know, but I've always found a way to kind of put a chip on my shoulder. Athletes love that.
Yeah.
You know, and I think, honestly, I remember talking to Doug Baldwin about this when he was younger. I mean, by the time he was in his like second or third year, he figured everything out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was talking to him one time. I'm like, okay, keep the chip on your shoulder. You know, the best way to do that is to like internalize it. Don't like, you know, vent about it or anything, because then it kind of takes the fire out of it.
Yeah.
But if you kind of just hold it inside you and just secretly and not, you know, say it in the media or anything, and just say, you know, hey, this is something that's gonna motivate me at certain times. And yeah, I think that is actually healthy. And I think that's a good way to do it. So
I'm for the players feeling that way, by the way. I just, if I'm looking at it objectively from the outside, I'm going, there's nothing to prove. Yeah. If somebody else wins the Super Bowl this coming season, if it's any other team beyond the Seahawks, that doesn't, in my opinion, diminish this Super Bowl season at all. I don't look at it as, well, they got kind of lucky. Everything went their way. No. They were the best team, period. Mm-hmm. And next year, this coming season, maybe somebody else ends up being the best team. But I just can't look at it as something less if they don't get there again. I just can't view it that way.
Yeah, I think that there's something about that defense and how special they are, and that people don't really understand, and how good they are and how versatile. And then I think also the Sam Darnold doubters.
Yeah.
No question. I think that's a huge part of it. Yeah, you could say JSN's kind of understated as well. You know, like I was talking about with Michael Bennett at the preseason meeting that we had. He's like, well, you're not that big. You're not that fast. Not, you know, what makes you so good? And I think people have a hard time figuring that out. So I would love nothing more to see him at least make a deep run, but just to legitimize how good that team was last year. And I think a lot of Seahawk fans are going to have kind of a chip on their shoulder about it, and maybe it'll reflect with not letting away teams take over our stadium.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
that would be cool. You don't like seeing that. Meanwhile, we'll see how the big Abandoned Boys trip went with our guy Paul Moyer. Get his thoughts on the Seahawks disrespect, if you will, the Mariners and everything else going on. He's going to join us next as we continue live from T-Mobile Park. It's Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710.
Have you downloaded the Seattle Sports app?
We're going to have a challenge right here.
What are you waiting for?
Listen to this.
Every pitch.
Here comes the 3-2.
Every game.
Swung on and missed. Got him.
One app for free.
How about that, folks?
The Seattle Sports app. Every game.
Julio racing back.
Right in the palm of your hands.
Makes a leap and makes the catch.
Plus the latest Mariners news, insider access, video, and podcasts.
They got it. Wow.
The Seattle Sports app.
Pests and poor insulation have something in common. One call to Eastside Exterminators takes care of both. For more than 50 years, families across Western Washington have trusted Eastside Exterminators to eliminate pests for good and protect homes from crawl space to attic. With dedicated installation services and the state's only smart pest detection technology. From Everett to Federal Way, one call handles it all. 425-482-2271 or visit eastsideexterminators.com. Eastside Exterminators, family first pest control.
Spring is a perfect time to make improvements that protect and add value to your home. Hi, Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. For decades, homeowners across the Pacific Northwest have trusted our team for roofing, siding, windows, and custom decking. This spring, save up to $3,000, or qualified homeowners can take advantage of 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest up to 24 months. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com today to schedule your free estimate.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Hello. Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi?
They even brought their own devices and spell book.
You didn't give them the new Wi-Fi password, right?
No.
That's good.
I gave them our old one. Because Xfinity lets us keep the same network name and password so devices connect instantly.
What do they want Wi-Fi for anyways?
Better not to know. Plausible deniability.
Get streaming or scheming instantly with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in one price for the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi for 5 years. Guaranteed. And see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Dave Wyman here, and you've heard me talk about a local company for over a year now I really love working with. Harley Exteriors. You can expect a no-pressure consultation. They're great people to work with, and their windows are beautiful. I recently met with them, and I was excited to hear about the many Seattle sports listeners they've worked with. And now, Harley Exteriors has stepped up with a can't-miss offer. Right now, get $450 off each new window, $1,000 off each patio or entry door, 12-month or 18-month no interest, no payment options, plus $200 off your final project total. If that isn't enough to get you started on a new project, I don't know what is. Schedule a consultation just like I did. Give them a call at 833-HARLEY, that's HARLEY, or go to harleyexteriors.com.
Minimum purchase of 4 windows required for window discount. Qualifying windows must be 36 by 36 or larger. No size minimum on patio or entry doors. Financing subject to credit approval. Cannot be combined with other offers outside this promotion. Offer valid through June 30th.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Rain on game day doesn't faze Dave. He's already got his poncho. Just needs to do something about those wipers. So Dave heads to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner helps him get premium quiet wipers and some hand warmers.
You're all set.
Now, if only his team can handle the elements as well as his new wipers. Get wipers, glass cleaner, and more with no hassles, just help at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
People want to do business with someone they can trust, not be a car salesman, then they feel more comfortable with you, and the experience is better on both sides.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
I had a young woman who was on a new SUV, and she had attachments to her old car because it was her first car, and she was very fiscally responsible. It was almost making her sick. The best path at that point was to let's stop for the night and you go home and take a breath. She came back in the morning and bought the car. She was way happier.
The LJ way is the Lee Johnson Auto Family.
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
Mariners get back to it tonight after securing the season win over the Baltimore Orioles last night. They begin the piggyback tonight. Once again, it'll feature Bryce Miller getting the start with Luis Castillo coming out of the bullpen. The game you can catch right here, Seattle Sports on 710, beginning at 6 o'clock with the pregame show, 7:10 first pitch. Meanwhile, Mariners making a roster move today. They call Weston Wilson. He's an infielder / outfielder. Bring him up from AAA Tacoma. Miles Mastrobuoni has been DFA'd. So a move being made by the Mariners there. Taking a look at your scoreboard. One final on the day. The Cubs just hammer the Blue Jays 16-2 in Chicago is the final there. White Sox and Tigers getting set to get things going here in a bit, followed by the Yankees and the Reds in New York. Giants in Miami to take on the Marlins, and the Rays will be hosting the Nationals.
Snapshot brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time.
This hour of Wyman and Bob is brought to you by K2 Vision RLE.
This is the moment many wait for.
The most entertaining.
A man of wisdom, a man of experience, Dave.
The most informative.
To bring light to a dark subject. To bring positivity to a negative world.
The incredible Paul Moyer.
Moyer out.
Yeah.
He's back.
Say it with authority.
He's back. He's a man of experience, Dave. He's got another experience under his belt out there at the abandoned dunes with the abandoned boys, going out there and just wreaking havoc on that course. And here to just revel in the glory of taming that course is the one, the only Paul Moyer. How are you, Paul?
What a week. USA, by the way, that was awesome.
Are you a soccer fan?
I'm a World Cup fan. Anything that, look, we call it soccer. I think 3 countries or something call it soccer. The rest of the world calls it football. So I call it soccer. That shows how much of a fan I am. Not much. But I do appreciate it. I think, one, I'm watching the USA, the last 2 games, and we're good. We actually pass the ball well, which I never thought before we did. And we've got speed. This was fun. That was electric. Just from the very beginning today, people waiting, trying to get on that floating dock, to the crowds around Lumen Field, to just the announcers. I don't know if you guys were watching it or not, but the announcers they couldn't believe how loud the fans were before the game and how proud they were of Seattle. And they said, man, it's just proud to be an American because there was so much energy. So whatever happens, Seattle represented well. And we get one more back here, I think, in the round of 16. Hopefully the USA could come back here, and that's a possibility. That would be electric.
All right, well, What about the golf report, Paul? Any
Thank
hole
you.
in one, or did anybody hit a spectacular, glorious shot?
Dave's been on the edge of his seat this whole time. He's like, I cannot wait for Paul to get back. I have to hear how this whole trip went.
First of all, it did not disappoint. It was actually better than I thought it was going to be. It's truly one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. And
looked like you guys got good weather, right?
Well, yeah, Dave, and Bob, I don't know if I can go back because we had 75-degree weather every day. We had 80-degree weather on Sunday. Our caddies were saying, look, you don't get 4 days in a row of this. Wow. And so we played Friday, Saturday, 36 holes on Saturday. That one almost killed me. Played 18 on Sunday, 18 on Monday, and then worked our way back. It was we played five courses there. Four of them are right there pretty much on the coast the whole way. We had wind. It's just you're going to have wind there, but it wasn't unplayable other than maybe a few holes at times. It was magical, and I was telling them, I don't know how we duplicate this again. Yeah. You got to walk. There's no carts, so you have caddies there for, at least we did. And I have a new appreciation for them because they want a double bag to make more money, the caddies. And so it's $125 plus tip for the caddies. And you get a double bag, they're getting, $300-400, for carrying a bag. And one day, we do 36 holes. So for the most part, it's flat. There's one course called Bandon Trails that happened to be our second 18 on Saturday. And that one's, you're going up some trails. It's less on the water side. And at the end of that day, I carried two of our bags to my car, probably 50 yards. And I about died. I was so tired. And
you had a new respect for those caddies.
36 holes. And my Apple Watch said I walked 17 miles that day. I think everybody else walked about 19 because their balls were all over the place. No, I tease. They actually, my one buddy who's my age, Todd, he shot a 75 on one of the courses, and then both the boys had some really great rounds. So, yeah, a lot of fun. But
it was a young Nick Moyer there who is not only looks like a supermodel, but he looks like he can play linebacker for the Seahawks.
Yeah, he's long. I mean, he's long. So's his buddy Justin. They both are ridiculously long off the tee. I mean, they're 50 yards plus past me. But, I'm old. I'm in my 60s. They're in their 30s. They should be longer.
Hey, Paul, I'm curious. You brought up the Seahawks, and we'll certainly get to the Mariners here in a minute. But, Dave and I were just talking about this, and we talked about it a bit earlier, that there's the perception of the Seahawks going into this season from the national media. They're not getting the love. All the attention's being paid to the Rams and the moves they've made with the roster, and that's fine. But the idea that, some people talk about, well, the Seahawks have to prove it. There's something to prove. And I'm sitting here going, prove what to who? They're the champs. They're the champs. The implication is sort of that if you don't at least get back to the Super Bowl, that somehow you're going to be viewed as something less than. And I'm like, well, then that becomes true for every team that's ever won a Super Bowl that didn't repeat the next year or didn't at least get back the next year, which I think to me is utter nonsense. So I don't know. Am I wrong on that? I just feel like you proved it. You were the last team standing. The end. This is a new season. We'll see how it goes.
Well, when you look last year, we'll go to that one and how wrong they are. What was the expected wins? 8 last year?
7.5.
Yeah. So we double that almost, get 14 and actually, whatever, how many we won, 3 more, 17 that year.
And it was even fewer the year before, Paul, and they were a double-digit win team. They didn't go to the playoffs, but they were a double-digit win team. I think it was like 5.5 or 6 or something the year before.
A certain prognosticator at one point said, I don't see them losing another game the rest of the season.
That's exactly right.
Paul Moyer.
Somebody named Paul Moyer.
Yeah. Smart guy. Smart guy, that Moyer.
He's a man of experience, Paul.
Well, here's what I would say for us. and it is weird, the perception. And I still think for some reason it's a bit of a Sam Darnold thing. Maybe it's a Northwest thing. Maybe it was last year. They, having to play New England in the Super Bowl, and they weren't probably the best team, to play in the Super Bowl. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But you lose Ken Walker, you lose Kobe Bryant. I don't think we lose another starter, a legitimate starter. The other ones are backups, but key players.
Mafe.
Mafe is not a starter. Woolen wasn't a starter. Kim Walker obviously was, and so was Kobe Bryant. But we played without both of those guys at some point. I think the guys we have to replace them, they've got to step up and make something happen. But in my opinion, I think we're going to be better this year. I don't know if our record will be better because I'm looking at the schedule. There's going to be some really tough games. But I think we're going to be better because I think Sam Darnold is going to be better, and he was really good last year. And the reason why I think he's going to be better is he's just the man now. I think he knows his weaknesses and strengths. I think he knows what he wants to accomplish. I think he did last year too, but we were all questioning it. There's no questioning it anymore. I think our offensive line proved that, they're pretty good. As much heat as they take at times, they're pretty good. We got a great wide receiver core. It's going to be deep. You get Horton back healthy, and Shaheed, and obviously JSN. It's just afterthought. On somebody like Cup, we're going to be good. Our tight ends are fantastic, and defensively, again, I don't think we take a step back. I think we keep moving forward. I think the schedule is legitimately tough. And so you're going to have to win some of those 50-50 games to get your record what it was last year. But I get the Ram part. It's a splash. But how much better is Garrett going to make the Rams? How much better? They'll be a little better, but they're not going to be a 10-point swing better. I don't get it. And we're young. I just think we're going to continue to be getting better every year for the next at least 2 years.
Yeah, it's just that whole notion of they've got something to prove. Like, prove that you weren't a flash in the pan. I don't get that mentality. You won, you conquered the season, last team standing. Now it's a new season.
Been to the Super Bowl, 3 times in the last 12, 13 years? Yeah, it's a pretty good organization. I think John Schneider's got it pretty well figured out, and I think he's done a great job of balancing win now and for the future. We've got cap space. There's just so many good things to talk about. We used to not think about trades in football. It didn't happen. The trade deadline was a nothing news back in the day. Now it is. The Seahawks have cap space that if they need to make a trade at some point, before that trade deadline, they have some maneuverability there too. And then obviously, look, how about next year? I know we're talking about this year, but how about next year's draft? We got 12 draft picks, or maybe it's 11 now, against, arguably they're saying one of the deepest, drafts in a long time. And it's not like we got just 7th and 6th round picks. 1 through 5, we've got a lot of picks coming up. So, yep, the future looks good. This is just a memorable year. You think about what's going on. The Seahawks obviously won the Super Bowl. Mariners are in first place. They're coming off that playoff run last year. This World Cup thing is electric. There's a lot of good things here to like about Seattle sports.
Yeah, no question. And, we were just kind of looking at we said that they're at the same point last year.
Yeah,
right?
record-wise, 39-37, exactly where they were after 73 games last year, Paul.
Yeah, so and
70, whatever.
I'm just encouraged.
76.
Having J.P. Crawford play as well as he did at third base, you got guys coming back, and really, I feel like it's only been the health problem, and if they can just conquer that, I don't know. I'm pretty bullish on the Mariners right now. How do you feel?
Yeah, I think we're a better team this year than last year where we are right now. And it is all about health. I think J.P. Crawford looks very smooth at third base. Band of Boys, we were kicking around trades, and I'm like, who are you going to trade for? I think about what we are right now. if Crawford can play third, and I think he's already proven it early on, Colt Emerson at shortstop is okay. I mean, between him and Cole Young, that's a lot of ground that they're covering up the middle, and they're both fantastic defensive players. You know, the bonus has been they've been spectacular offensively too. But now you got J.P. Crawford. It solidifies your third base spot. You don't have to put Donovan back there. So what are we going to trade for? I've got a Rosarina who's having a great year. I've got Rayleigh. I've got Canzone who's batting .288 right now with power. He just continues to get better. What do you? And then you got Donovan, Rayleigh, Rosarina. You've got Robles and Julio in the outfield. Do we really need to add to that?
Nope. Bullpen.
I don't know what. I think it's bullpen. I think we all would agree that we've got to get it better, particularly if we're bringing in guys that it's a 4-2 game, but we're not bringing in, obviously, Brass right now, but you're not bringing in one of your top 3 closers or 4. That bullpen person, we've got to be able to transition and keep us in the game. And lately, you know, some of our lower end bullpen guys aren't doing that. So I think we've got to improve on that bottom portion. And yeah, it'd be great if we get one more frontline guy. So to me, it's all about the bullpen, and you've got so many resources to make that happen.
Yeah, I agree with you on the bullpen. It's interesting to look at, you know, the fact that they are sitting here in first place, Paul, and they have the exact same record after 76 games as they had last season, where they ended up 8 outs away from the World Series. Yet it feels like this has been more uneven and more, you know, there's more stress, and why haven't they done this? Why haven't they done that? And that's the expectation created by the success last year. We expected more. The roster on paper is better than last year's roster, but you don't have Donovan back yet. You're waiting for Brash to come back. We need Randy back. Certainly, you just got Cal back and JP. So, yeah, I agree with you. Once it's hopefully everybody's healthy at the same time, then we're looking at bullpen help. But I'm curious, you brought up JP. It's only been a couple games at third base, and I was curious to see what it looked like. And he did come up as a third baseman with the Phillies, so it's not a completely foreign position to him. But he does make it look pretty natural so far on the plays that he's made. He looks good enough to the point where I was going, okay, he's a guy who's verbalized. He wants to be a Mariner for life. He's clearly not the shortstop of the future. That's done. Colt Emerson's your guy. They gave him $95 million, and now they've switched positions. But the Mariners also don't really have a young third baseman who's ready to come up, which to me says that door is kind of open for JP to be your guy there for maybe the next couple of seasons. He wants to be here, and he's showing he can play that spot, and he's a tremendously well-respected leader in that clubhouse. I think that would be the perfect scenario should he be able to continue to play well there and show that, yeah, I can occupy this spot for a while.
Yeah, I think it's actually a perfect position for him because he has a good glove. He has soft hands. You know, he has a quick reaction. You know, if he needs to go 4 or 5 steps quickly and cover ground, I mean, we saw that. He lost that a bit, and he's never been a speed burner anyways. I think third's perfect. The arm, I was curious, you know, because he has a little bit of that drop-down sidearm throw from short, how that would transition to third base. It looks like he's played third base his whole life, and it's actually because the ball gets to him so quick, he doesn't have to fire it. You know, he gets rid of the ball quick anyways. So I think it's perfect. The traditional third baseman, you know, power guy, usually a little bit bigger, right? They don't run well. Well, okay, he doesn't run well. He's not big, but we've got plenty of power. I mean, we hit home runs. We need someone who can actually get on base, doesn't strike out a lot. Look, the position's there for him. And if JP is your 9th best player or batter, you're in pretty good shape. So I don't think we have a lot of weaknesses. I mean, again, I think we need to get stronger in the bullpen. But to be a 3-game lead on Texas, to have the injuries we have, and look, there's no secret. I think they botched the communication. I think the players were going, "What's my role?" I'm confused, and not just in pitching. I think the hitters were confused a little bit too, and I think they've settled into the role, and that's so important, and it takes time. I think again, this we're not quite at the halfway point, but I think the moving forward, we do have a tough schedule coming up. I mean, we got to keep playing well. But I think the best is yet to come for the Mariners.
Paul, we are soliciting a name for the middle of our defense, Cole Young and Colt Emerson. Like, they used to do the Bash brothers down in Oakland. Yeah. We're looking for, but I mean, it is really remarkable what those two guys have done. 22 and 20 years old. I mean, especially Colt Emerson, just his instincts, Paul. That slide he had where he's chasing down Robles. I mean, everything he does is like so instinctive, and he just it just seems like he's able to slow the game down. And then Cole Young has just been phenomenal. I mean, who would have thought that we were talking about those two young guys going into the season as being the strength of this team almost.
Well, I think we thought they were the future.
But
I'll
not
ask
quickly,
you two.
Maybe.
No, I mean, look, your combined age there is 42, which
makes you feel young, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But I'll ask you two, who is actually a bigger surprise this year, Cole Young or Colt Emerson?
For me, it's Cole Young.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't seen Colt Emerson. He was certainly a much higher rated, highly touted prospect. And we saw Cole Young kind of fade last year and really have trouble with velocity, and to where I was like, all right, what's he going to look like? So I don't know. Maybe some of how it ended for him last year made what he's done this year stand out to me more. Whereas Colt, you could look at numbers in AAA, but we didn't see him at this level, and he was just so much more fanfare behind him.
I just didn't think he was going to be a factor this year, Colt.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so impressed, because guy hasn't even turned 21 yet, Paul.
Yeah, for me, it's Cole Young, mainly because of his defense. It's, at first I didn't even know he was going to be that good of a defender, because it looks a little awkward at times the way he throws it from second base. He doesn't come up, his arm doesn't drop, he doesn't fire it. Sometimes he lobs it. But what I found with Cole is just gets baseball. The jumps he gets on the ball. I mean, there's stuff you don't see until you really sit there and start watching him. He doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't make mental mistakes. The bat I thought would come. I thought it would take time. Like anything. You're young, and he doesn't have the elite power, but he's got power, and he can go gap to gap too. I've just been so impressed with his consistency. He's also taken a quiet back seat to Colt to an extent, and he doesn't say anything. He's just, I don't know. I think these two are perfect, and I think Cal, Julio, Colt, Cole, man, what happens up that middle is so important with your pitching staff. I mean, it controls that whole team, and these guys are young guys. Good, best is yet to come too for them.
Hey, before we let you go, they just released the lineup for today. Want to get a quick reaction, first blush reaction from you. Leading off, your DH, Rob Refsnyder, followed by Cal, followed by Julio, who's back in the lineup after having a little they called it a spasm in his hamstring. He's back. Naylor, Canzone, Young, Robles, Emerson, and then playing third is Wilson.
Obviously, got a lefty pitcher going against us. For that to happen, again, I think you're going to get Wilson in there at times. And I think they'll probably get JP in there quick. Again, the Refsnyder thing, that's about played its course, and it's a bummer. He probably gets released at some point and goes on and has a really good season. I'm not sure it can be turned around here. And I think once we get Donovan and you get a Rosarina back, I think that'll play itself out. But no, do I love it? No, don't love it. I certainly don't love him as a leadoff, other than they're already preparing. Once that lefty gets out of the game and they bring in a right-handed reliever, they'll reset the lineup, the way they want moving forward the rest of the game. So no, don't love it, but we're also used to it now. We've seen this enough. Just go out and win. And I think, again, once we get healthy, everything will take care of itself.
All right. Paul, good to hear your voice again. Glad to see you guys tamed the course out there. So I guess Augusta is next, right?
We're going to have to change our name. I can actually give Colt and Cole the band and voice. They can have it. We're going to give that up in about a week or two, so it'll be available.
Okay. Right. We'll let them know, see how they feel about it. Yeah. Paul, have a great weekend, man. We'll talk to you next week.
I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Paul.
There you go. There's Paul Moyer with us each and every week. If you guys missed any part of that conversation, you can find it on the podcast page after the show. Just go to seattlesports.com, click the podcast tab, click on our picture, and it's right there waiting for you. Don't forget to click subscribe. It's totally free, and it just shows up for you every day. So it's a perfect situation. Meanwhile, there are a couple of things that stand out about how Mike Macdonald was able to win a Super Bowl in just his second season. We're going to get into that next as we continue live from T-Mobile Park with Wyman and Bob. It's Seattle Sports on 710.
Think you know the Mariners? Not if you aren't subscribed to the Daily Mariners newsletter from Seattle Sports.
That's what they've been waiting for.
The latest Mariners news and injury updates. Exclusives from Mariners insider Shannon Dreyer.
You look at the pieces and how it works.
Plus the best takes and breakdowns from your favorite Seattle Sports hosts and contributors.
The Mariners seem to be trying to build something that I think is a little bit more sustainable.
The Daily Mariners newsletter.
Monster solo home run.
Subscribe at seattlesports.com/newsletter.
Hey, Brock Hewitt here for my friends over there at People Come First Construction Group. You know I love my acronyms, PCF. They designed and built our outdoor living space for Molly and I, and we just loved it. And right now, PCF is making it easier than ever to get started on your new dream deck with 50% off your custom professional design and architectural drawing package. That means you can save over $9,000 on your project. And with 12 months of no interest, no payment financing, you can design your deck now and pay later. You know, most people who start with a design package end up with the exact outdoor space they've always wanted and dreamed of. This offer is your first step. Do what we did and contact PCF Construction Group today. Get your project ideas, browse amazing photos, and find all the offer details at PCFgroup.com. That's PCFgroup.com.
Making your outdoor space your favorite place. With People Come First.
In 2026, Bay Alarm celebrates 80 years of security. With burglar and fire alarm systems, 24/7 in-house monitoring, and local service, our promise to the Puget Sound remains the same. We got you. Learn more at bayalarm.com.
On October 3rd, Snohomish PUD is hosting the first ever Community Energy Run at the Water Operations Center in Lake Stevens, located on the scenic Centennial Trail. It's a family-friendly 5K where every step supports the Community Energy Fund, helping local families keep the lights on when times get tough. Join the Community Energy Run on October 3rd. Learn more at snowpud.com/run.
Hey, Mike Salk here for all my friends at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. And the show lineup is pretty sick. You like comedy? Chris Tucker, Friday, June 26th. And David Spade on Saturday, August 15th. For music, Hinder is going to be here Friday, July 3rd. And then a little country music, Mitchell Tenpenny on Friday, July 10th. You can go to snocasino.com for all those details. Remember, it's Seattle's closest. It's Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Please game responsibly.
Drivers who switch to Progressive could save hundreds just by bundling home and auto insurance, because you can't go wrong saving money. Unless you spend it on a guitar, never learn to play it, but lie and say that you did. Then someone hands you a guitar at a party and asks you to play, so you decide to improvise this.
Well, don't you know that but that's not it. Dreams are fun and also good.
Yep, you can't go wrong bundling and saving money with Progressive. Well, depends on how you spend it. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's the Diablo Performance Event at Par Lumber. Get 20% off all Diablo tool products, including saw blades, drill bits, and hole saws. Premium performance, unbeatable price. Now through June 20th at your local Par Lumber. Visit par.com for more details.
The home of the Mariners.
It is gone! Cal Raleigh, 2-run home run!
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Did you really think Pure Talk was just going to sit back and watch America turn 250 years old without doing something awesome to celebrate? Of course not. That's why they're raising $250,000 for America's Warrior Partnership by the end of July. America's Warrior Partnership is on the front line of preventing veteran suicide. They've had extraordinary success, and here's how you can help. When you switch your cell phone service to Pure Talk this month, you'll be invited to round up to support America's Warrior Partnership. No pressure, but if you do, Pure Talk will match your donation dollar for dollar. And to further celebrate 250 years of our extraordinary democratic republic, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. That's pound 250, say Mike Rowe. And happy birthday to us.
I'm Dr. Mark Shelley, a chiropractic neurologist at Sound Pain Solutions. Carrie injured her back years ago. This is her story.
My herniated disc was so significant that they did the first surgery, the laminectomy and a microdiscectomy. The first surgery failed, and I ended up with another herniated disc, which is pretty typical that herniations just move up your spine. The doctor was recommending another fusion surgery, so I researched alternative therapies. Sound Pain Solutions developed a plan that included bioelectric therapy, laser therapy, decompression, pressure wave therapy, in addition to rehab. Once we started that comprehensive approach, it went phenomenally. They honestly have given me my life back, and I'm happy to help other patients find sound pain solutions sooner.
Schedule a free consultation to learn if you qualify for our non-surgical and drug-free treatments at soundpainsolutions.com.
This hour of Wyman and Bob is brought to you by K2 Vision RLE.
Wyman and Bob.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
Weekdays 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Bob, we got some nicknames coming in for Colt and Colt.
Yeah, I saw some of those coming in. What I haven't seen is any mean texts. Lefko, have you seen any?
I have seen zero. They're so unoriginal. What would you expect?
They're still asleep.
Yeah. No, it might be the opposite problem.
Do you feel they're putting all their effort into coming up with a nickname for Colt Emerson and Cole Young?
I think so. You ask them to do too many things.
You can't multi.
No, you can't ask them to do two things.
Maybe too many things.
we asked for two things, and that was one too many, Dave.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Well, yeah, we're soliciting both. We're looking for a nickname for the duo, and Dave brought up a fine example of what has happened in the past. The Bash Brothers, which was Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco back in the day. I don't know if that's something that's been prevalent in baseball. I can't really think of many It's not like defenses in the NFL, the Steel Curtain and, the Orange Crush and the Purple People Eaters, Legion of Boom. It's much more prevalent in football than I feel like it is in baseball.
The dark side.
Yeah.
So CO2, how about that one?
CO2's
I like that one.
CO2?
That's
pretty
all
cool.
These that have come
Yeah,
in.
yeah, that's not bad. CNC Out Factory.
Yeah.
How do you get those?
Young Guns, obviously.
Yeah.
Middle infield name, CNC Hit Factory.
Yeah.
CNC RBI Factory.
These are all plays on
Yeah.
CNC Music Factory, which was, weren't they pretty much a one-hit wonder? CNC Music Factory. I like CO2.
CO2 is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. That's a solid one. That's I would say of everything you've read to this point that I've seen, that's a leader in the clubhouse.
Okay.
CO2. But yeah, mean texts are there for you as well. So you can go either way. You can go nickname, some creative nickname for Colt Emerson and Cole Young. Also, mean texts, which you guys know how that works.
Don't confuse them, Bob.
It might be.
I think it's too many requests, not one too many.
So whatever you got, send those in to 866-979-3776. We'll do those coming up at 5:45. Meanwhile, Mike Macdonald did a podcast. There's a podcast out there, Dave. You never would have guessed. This is with Dr. Michael Gervais, a high-performance psychologist who's been a consultant with the Seahawks for a number of years, and there's some fascinating insight into what makes him such a good leader. It's Finding Mastery Podcast, I guess is the name of it. But here's Mike Macdonald explaining how he coaches and teaches in order for players to understand and fully buy in.
And it starts with our language about like how we want to play the game, but there's this
it's just a constant reinforcement of how we want to play, what makes a Seahawk. And then, systematically with our coaches, we take a lot of pride in like doing a lot of the thinking for our players and working through those like these more complex like football systems and whittling it down to a directive where a player can now go execute at a high level and it's going to work for them. There's some magic behind that, but if I didn't do my homework as a coach and I don't really have a great way to explain it, I'm not coaching it in this kind of this like elegant simplicity behind like what we're asking you to do, and the systems aren't really well oiled out. Well, it's kind of shame on us at that point.
Really interesting that the way he talks about coaching, and it sounds like what they do is they get to know their players so well that they know how they best absorb information.
Yeah.
And so, Mike puts that on him, and that's a very new school type of thing, because the old school thing is like, look, this is what we're teaching. It's up to you to learn it. And I think that Mike, puts it in different words. I always say this about like a golf lesson. Sometimes the instructor gives you the right words, and it just helps you, helps you understand what he's trying to get done. And I think Mike is a master of that. So, yeah, I love seeing that. And I remember during the season, he was talking about when they were giving the ball up a lot.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do I tell him? I'm like, do I tell him,
stop,
hey, stop turning? And he goes like, what kind of coaching is that?
Hey, where you fumbled it there?
Yeah.
Don't do that anymore.
Don't do that. Yeah. It's like, remember John Schneider told us Jody Allen was like, why did he fumble?
Just keeping it exciting, Jody.
Yeah.
Just keeping it exciting.
Yeah, but I mean that is kind of what he's talking about, and I think he's very, he puts the onus on him, not so much on the players. And so I feel like if you can't understand, and I would say maybe like Anthony Bradford, Reek Woolen, maybe guys that just weren't like needed a little bit extra.
Yeah.
Because we know, and Reek Woolen was effective last year. I mean, he wasn't great, but he was kind of in the doghouse a little bit. And then, and I thought, oh, maybe they're going to bench him, and they might have had they not had injuries.
Right.
At the beginning of the season. Who was it that went down? Was it Wyman Bob? I know.
Early, yeah, and then who else? Did Spoon miss a game last year?
I think he
or
did.
two.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, there were a couple, but you're right, because I remember we were talking about it, and I think Brady Henderson almost, kind of confirmed that if not for injuries, he probably would have been benched.
Yeah.
Which had kind of been the story beyond his rookie year. Kind of the moments where they sat him for one reason or another, or he just. Yeah, just that consistency was not there.
Yeah, and so I think, a lot of old-fashioned coaches would be like, hey, if the guy doesn't get it, then, what can I do? Whereas Mike kind of puts it on him to like, hey, I need to be able to reach this guy.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the type of coaching that you see from Mike Macdonald, and it's very interesting in how that contrasts with when I played, and the way the coaching was. It was like, hey, if you don't get it, it's my way or the highway.
Yeah, you're the problem, not me. He talked about the self-evaluation, talking about Mike Macdonald here. He did a self-evaluation after year one and the growth it led to last year.
One of the places where I felt like I needed to grow from year one to year two was just presentation skills, confidence in front of the group, taking more of an ownership behind the team. There was a lot of room for growth that I felt, but the thing that I actually felt that helped me the most was I actually believed what I was saying, and why. I believed the things the first year, like a lot of the stuff that we talked about, that we landed on were what we talked about in year one, but just having a better understanding about where that came from, how to put an energy behind it, how to communicate it clearer. Like that was the confidence I had coming back to the team of saying, oh, like now I can really share this with you in a way where I feel like you're going to understand, and now we can get some energy behind this thing.
That's something Cliff Kingsbury could have used in Arizona.
Yeah.
Because remember we watched him on Hard Knocks, and we were watching him speak to the team, and there was no energy behind what he was saying, and he almost didn't feel like he believed what he was saying. And to me, that's a great example of somebody who was opposite of what he's just talking about here.
No, I think you're right. And and he talks a lot about connectedness.
Yeah.
And, if that's a word. But, yeah, I mean, you're right. Cliff Kingsbury was clearly not reaching his players.
And he knows football. He knows football
does.
as much as anybody else. I mean, but it was about conveying his message or his philosophy. And it just, if I were a player in that room, I don't think he would have captured me the way Mike is talking. Maybe he never did that self-evaluation. And you talked about, Kubiak. He might be a guy that needs to focus on that element because he's not an overly energetic guy. But you got to sell your vision. You got to sell your philosophy to a room full of multimillionaires and tell them why you need to do things this way. If maybe you've done them completely different your whole life and in college and you've made this money and you feel like, I know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I always say that about the head coach, that usually everybody in the room can kick his ass.
Yeah.
And, it used to be that he made more money than you.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, well,
now they all make more money than him.
They make way more money.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's interesting that he's going with that approach, and and that I love hearing that. Like, he's going to kind of tailor his. It's like a challenge to him. If I can't get through to this guy, and that's where, like Anthony Bradford and Rick Woolen, both a couple of examples that are really good players and really talented. And can you imagine if he would have just gone, forget these guys, I'm going to move on from them. I mean, instead he made it like his special project. So yeah, it's really interesting to hear the different ways that Mike communicates.
Meanwhile, the football world provided plenty of WHYMAN moments this week. We're going to dive into some of those coming up next with WHYMAN. It's Wyman and Bob live from T-Mobile Park on a beautiful day out here. It is Seattle Sports on 710.
Have you downloaded the Seattle Sports app?
We're going to have a challenge right here.
What are you waiting for?
Listen to this.
Every pitch.
Here comes the 3-2.
Every game.
Swung on and missed. Got him.
One app for free.
How about that, folks?
The Seattle Sports app. Every game.
Julio racing back.
Right in the palm of your hands.
Makes a leap and makes the catch.
Plus the latest Mariners news, insider access, video, and podcasts.
They got it. Wow.
The Seattle Sports app.
Hey, what if I told you a local credit union is giving members up to $30 per month just to make everyday purchases? It's Dave Wyman here, and when I heard about the offer from Harborstone Credit Union, I said, sign me up. And that's what I did at harborstone.com/cash. And I'm not that much of a tech-savvy guy, but opening a check account was really easy enough for me. I know you'll figure it out. I also got my PNW cashback checking account for free, no fees or minimums. And when I make everyday purchases with my Harborstone PNW cashback debit card, I earn up to $30 per month. And my wife loves it when I get cash back on gas, groceries, coffee, travel, lunch. All categories count toward your cash back. And you can even tap to pay. And I figured that out too. That one's really easy. So if you live, work, or worship in the state of Washington, sign up for a membership with Harborstone Credit Union and get the PNW cashback free checking account. Open your free account online like I did at harborstone.com/cash, or you can visit one of their 29 branches across the Northwest. That's harborstone.com/cash. Insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Culture is a belief. When we have a new hire orientation, it's pretty impactful because there's a lot of people that don't realize that a car dealer has been in business for 93 years and has, built ball fields. And so then they start asking more questions. And then you go back to the store and you see relationships and friendships and you see legacy employees who have been here for 30 years. And then it's like, why is it different? I can't put my finger on it. What is this? Well, that's culture. You feel it. And then you're like, oh my gosh, this feels really, really good. And before you know it, now that individual is the one fostering that environment of culture. So then when the next person comes through the door, all of a sudden it's like you can identify it and you say, this person can feel it. And then all of a sudden, what have we just done? We've built culture.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? During the Xfinity Summer Savings Event, now through June 22nd, new customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi, just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Plus, add one line of Xfinity Mobile Select and you can save an average of $60 a month over Verizon and AT&T. You can even try it free for a year. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities during the Xfinity Summer Savings Event. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Savings based on 1 gig internet and 1 mobile select line compared to similar Verizon and AT&T plans over 5 years. After 12 months, regular rates apply to mobile select. Xfinity internet required. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable.
Here in the Pacific Northwest, windows can be one of the best investments you can make to add value to your home. At Dunn Lumber, we have designated Marvin window specialists who have been trained by Marvin to best serve your needs. If you need help finding the right windows for your home, come by one of our 4 Dunn Lumber window showrooms. Or reach out to me personally, Mike Dunn at DunnLumber.com.
Dunn Lumber, building success together.
The home of the Mariners.
It is gone! Cal Raleigh, 2-run home run!
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Progressive knows it ain't easy navigating the open plains of home insurance, but there is one man who can help tame that wild herd of options. The Home Quote Explorer.
Note, Progressive's Home Quote Explorer is not a real person, but an online tool that lets you compare home insurance.
He's the type of fella who helps you decide on the right insurance, even if it ain't with him.
Again, not a person, just an online tool that helps you find great home coverage.
A real pioneer.
Okay, fine. Just do the thing. Yeah! Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Rain on game day doesn't faze Dave. He's already got his poncho. Just needs to do something about those wipers. So Dave heads to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner helps him get premium quiet wipers and some hand warmers.
You're all set.
Now, if only his team can handle the elements as well as his new wipers. Get wipers, glass cleaner, and more with no hassles, just help at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change presents Wisdom from the Road.
Summer means wide open spaces and a whole lot of extra miles. The last place you want your engine to give out is halfway to nowhere. Out here, low oil or a weak battery is just an ambush waiting to happen. That's why every oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change includes an 18-point maintenance check. These techs are trained to help spot issues early and keep you riding easy.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Change wisely.
Hey, Mike Salk here for all my friends at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. And the show lineup is pretty sick. You like comedy? Chris Tucker, Friday, June 26th. And David Spade on Saturday, August 15th. For music, Hinder is going to be here Friday, July 3rd. And then little country music, Mitchell Tenpenny on Friday, July 10th. You can go to snocasino.com for all those details. Remember, it's Seattle's closest. It's Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Please game responsibly.
Why, man? Why?
Lunch has been canceled today due to lack of hustle. Deal with it.
He's a habitual line stepper.
What were you thinking? What are you doing?
Why are you the way that you are?
It's the Why Man of the Week.
WHYMAN is presented by Mazda of Everett, and we begin with a guy who was just a nemesis of this Seattle Seahawks team, who now resides in Cleveland in probably a pool of anonymity out there, as his team will do their best to be somewhere around 500. I think they were a 5-win team, last place last year, but hey, they did have a Pro Bowl quarterback, Dave.
Oh my goodness. You've got to be kidding me. And they retired his jersey at University of Colorado.
Well, how long till they retire his Browns jersey? Could be this season. We'll find out. Shedeur Sanders, the legend in the making. But
speaking of that, they're down there throwing the football around.
Every team does.
Every team does.
Every team. It's just the thing. I don't know. I love it. By the way, we were watching Ichiro out there catching balls behind his back, just tracking it behind his back, and then letting him go over his head so he could then catch it over his shoulder. It's amazing to watch him.
Yeah, and we watch him every time. I've never seen him make a mistake.
No, he's just a freak.
Can you imagine? He probably would just go home and cry if he, dropped one.
I know. He's so good.
My skills have failed me.
Still so good.
What is he? How old is he?
50. How old is Ichiro, Riz? Is he 52?
51, just like his jersey.
51? 51. Yeah. Looks like he's 31. Meanwhile, Jared Verse is who we're talking about, who will be toiling out there in Cleveland. In his first sit-down interview with the Cleveland Browns website, he's still thinking about the Seattle Seahawks.
And I got to tell everybody, say, I don't, you know, it sucks. I'm not going to be here. I love you guys to death. You guys are going to go out there. You guys are going to dominate. You guys are going to do everything you can do. And you guys are going to play the best you can. You guys got 17 games for sure. Who knows what's going to happen after that, but just go dominate. And I told them the most important thing, make sure you, I'm not going to cuss, but the words I used, make sure you beat the Seahawks. That's all I care about.
I like it. I like that there's that rivalry still. That's a bummer for him, man. He is a really good player, and I'm not going to say. I mean, I think, you know, that he's not maybe a generational type of player, but he really is good, and he's cheap right now.
Yeah, he's still on his rookie deal. Is he a two-time? Is he an All-Pro or a two-time Pro Bowler? I can't. I think
it's a two-time Pro Bowler, but
I mean, he's been really good. And he was pretty chirpy here in Seattle. You talked about how Jaron Reed, who was hurt at the time, got into it with him coming off the sideline, and so yeah, that's somebody who took that rivalry to heart, which you like. I like that there's a good player on another team that you just love to sports hate.
Yeah.
And he's carrying that with him to Cleveland. Now maybe he'll start directing it toward the Steelers or the Bengals or the other teams in that division, but he's still carrying it with him to Cleveland, talking about the Seahawks. Seahawks are on his mind because, you know why, Dave? They're the Super Bowl champs.
That's right.
They're the champs, the end.
Apparently the Rams somehow got better over that. But, yeah, two-time Pro Bowler for him. He had 4.5 sacks his rookie year and then 7.5. I know 2 years ago I saw 2 sacks get called back. So he's just been a very productive it was because of penalty. It was nullified or whatever. And, you know, he had 27 quarterback hits last year, so he's a really talented player. And like I said, he's on that rookie contract. So, yeah, he was Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
So
hell of a player, man.
Yeah. I mean, and look, you're getting Myles Garrett, and he is, you know, generational type of player. But we'll see with Jared Verse. I mean, I think he's incredibly talented.
Yeah, so we'll see how long it takes him to start getting under the skin of everybody in that division. Meanwhile, this is Ron Slavin, the agent for Brendan Sorsby, the controversial quarterback out of Texas Tech who placed a whole bunch of bets all over the place, including on his own team. And he was going to be allowed to play, and there was a big blowback on that. Now he's making himself available for the supplementary draft, and his agent did an interview with the Dallas radio station 105.3 The Fan, and he defended Sorsby, saying he did nothing wrong.
How many 18-year-olds make really bad decisions? And there is never any integrity of the game violations. Everybody loves to have an opinion, and I'm so tired of watching people get on TV and blab their mouth when they have no idea what they're talking about. And unfortunately, it's not just in Brendan's situation, it's in most situations. And unless you're Brendan or Brendan's family or myself and my team, nobody really knows what happened. And the opinions out there were, you know, you would have thought this kid committed major crimes and did the horrible things. And the reality is as an 18-year-old, he made some bad decisions from his dorm room when he wasn't traveling with the team in Indiana.
Well, was he betting on his team?
Yes.
Okay. But
multiple times.
He wasn't making bets against them like they're going to lose, right?
I don't know.
Are they sitting there? Is he sitting there going, well, yeah, we're better than this team, but not 10.5 better? Or
who knows? As his agent says, nobody knows. He's just a kid in a dorm room.
Yeah.
Just doing it from his phone. Why is everybody making a big deal of it? It doesn't challenge the integrity of the game, Dave. He's not seeking treatment for this now. I mean, it's not like it was a problem or anything. I get you got to stand up for your client, but you sound a little dopey, Ron.
Yeah.
You sound a little out of touch with the reality. You're trying to tell people what you saw didn't really happen. Don't believe your eyes. Don't believe what's actually factual out there in terms of him seeking treatment for this was problematic to the point where he's going to go get treatment for a gambling addiction.
Yeah, well, he needs to. I mean, that is very much the same as, you know, any kind of other addiction. So, and obviously, I'm sorry, if he's making bets on his own team, you got a problem.
Yeah,
and that's
multiple. It's not a one-time thing like, all right, he messed up. He's 18. He blah, blah, blah. He thought they were going to crush this team, whatever.
But look, I don't mean it to sound like I'm not rooting for him. I want him to get better. It's not like I'm rooting against him, but let's not act like what he did was, just some, crazy thing that an 18-year-old did.
Every 18-year-old does this. What was it, $90,000 in bets?
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't a kid who went out and had a couple of beers and got into a fist fight.
Right.
This is, come on, man. I get it. You're supposed to defend your client. You're going to try to minimize it and make it. But when he acts so put upon, like, you know what, I'm just sick of hearing people on TV talk about this. They got no clue. Like, what? Yeah, you might want to dial that back just a bit, because I think this is something that's fair to be commented on.
Well, and the thing you want, if you're his agent and you're truly rooting for him, is for number one, just be quiet. Don't say anything. Make sure the kid gets into treatment and moves everything forward, and it'll be a blip.
But don't make him sound like the victim here.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's handle it the right way. And again, I feel bad for the kid because he probably has some kind of an addiction there. But yeah, I mean, you need to realize that. And that's the first thing, is admitting that you got a problem.
All right, coming up, the big mystery around the Mariners will continue this week. We'll tell you what that's about coming up next as we continue live from T-Mobile Park. It's Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710.
Think you know the Mariners? Not if you aren't subscribed to the Daily Mariners newsletter from Seattle Sports.
That's what they've been waiting for.
The latest Mariners news and injury updates, exclusives from Mariners insider Shannon Dreyer.
You look at the pieces and how it works.
Plus the best takes and breakdowns from your favorite Seattle Sports hosts and contributors.
The Mariners seem to be trying to build something that I think is a little bit more sustainable.
The Daily Mariners newsletter.
Monster solo home run.
Subscribe at seattlesports.com/newsletter.
Do you need a new roof? Visit 3treeroofing.com to schedule your free estimate and secure $500 off your project this summer. Our technicians build a custom plan to ensure a high-quality roof installation every time. 3 Tree Roofing, your Puget Sound roofing experts.
Start having fun. Caesar Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit muckleshootcasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot. Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You deserve a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Switch today. Get started for $60 a month for 12 months when you add an advanced solution to a qualifying internet package. Limited time offer. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and autopay with bank account required. Taxes and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
I was walking my dog, I fell and ended up with 3 tears in my meniscus. I was sent to a surgeon and they said the only way to get this fixed is to have surgery. That just wasn't an option. I didn't want to jump into surgery without trying anything else.
I'm Dr. Mark Shelley, a chiropractic neurologist at Sound Pain Solutions. We offer Jamie an alternative to the downtime and potential risks associated with invasive knee surgery. At Sound Pain Solutions, we help patients like Jamie avoid the side effects of painkillers, cortisone injections, and pain following surgery. Our comprehensive approach includes treatments like pressure wave, PRP, and advanced laser. These treatments reduce pain and restore mobility naturally. Now Jamie is able to do everything she enjoys without pain.
I'm grateful for being able to wake up every day and not be in pain. To be able to go about my day has been amazing.
Schedule a free consultation to learn if you qualify for our non-surgical and drug-free joint treatments at soundpainsolutions.com.
In 2026, Bay Alarm celebrates 80 years of security. For the Puget Sound, that means local service including burglar and fire alarm systems, 24/7 in-house monitoring, and custom security designed to work with business operations. Bay Alarm has real people rooted in your community looking out for your business. After 8 decades and 3 generations of family ownership, our promise is still the same. We got you. Learn more at bayalarm.com.
The best safety feature on any machine is a well-trained operator. With online, hands-on, in-class, and blended options, Levitt Training helps your team stay safe, certified, and confident on the job. Book your training today. Stack it, reach it, lift it, Levitt.
As a social influencer, my days can be busy. 4 a.m., I hit the gym. 4:32, protein smoothie. 5:08, save time and money bundling my home and auto insurance with Progressive. Wait, if I bundle and save time, what would I do then? Just sit here and reflect? Like, why am I qualified to influence anyone? And how those weights are hollow? And half of my followers are bots.
You could save time and money bundling your home and auto when you switch to Progressive. It's one less thing to worry about during your already busy day. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
Mariners get back to it tonight after securing the series win over the Baltimore Orioles last night. They welcomed the Boston Red Sox to town for a 3-game series. Game 1 of that series coming your way tonight, and we get back to the piggyback situation where it'll be opened by Bryce Miller getting the start. Luis Castillo will come out of the bullpen in this one. You can catch it all coming up with the 6 o'clock pregame show, 7:10 first pitch right here, Seattle Sports on 7:10. Mariners made a roster move today. Weston Wilson, an infielder/outfielder, has been called up from AAA Tacoma. Miles Mastrobuoni was designated for assignment. Meanwhile, taking a quick look at your scoreboard, Cubs beat the daylights out of the Blue Jays today, 16-2. The final score in that one. One game going on right now. They're in the top of the second in Detroit, with the Tigers up on the White Sox 2-1.
Snapshot brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time.
This hour is serviced by the Lee Johnson Auto family.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Wyman and Bob
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming live on the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Dave Wyman and Bob Stelton.
We continue live from T-Mobile Park. It's Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710, seattlesports.com. Another beautiful day here outside. We've got mean texts coming up, so get those in at 866-979-3776. We've got our buddy Adam Ray will be joining us. I believe he's still in Australia, right, Lefko? So he's going to be joining us here in this hour. He's got his new show dropping on Netflix, I believe, today. So we'll talk to him about that, and stay tuned for that. And he's, I'm sure, take a couple swipes at Lefko, which is always fun.
Maybe I can, I always try to, like, irritate him or something, and say something really stupid.
So he can tell you how he doesn't like your attitude?
So, yeah, then he turns on me.
I don't think I like your bleeping attitude right now, Dave. So, yes, we'll talk to him coming up at 4:30, and then an interview we've been looking forward to all week. You and I have just been going back and forth about it. Brad Adam is going to join us at 5 o'clock. It's just Great anticipation.
Really big news this week. I'll tell the story about why we call each other B-teamer.
You and Brad call each other B-teamer?
We're on the B team.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're going to wait till he's here to tell that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's coming up at 5 o'clock. And then mean texts, again, at 5:45. So get those rolling because Lefko said everybody's slacking. 866-979-3776. Is that still true?
Lefko said they're
very much
dumb, is what he said.
I always say they're dumb. Yeah, that hasn't changed. That's just a standing statement. But they're slacking today, in addition to being dumb.
Yeah, it's just, it gets worse and worse for them.
Yeah, a bunch of Socceroos.
Socceroos, that name. The Socceroos, Lefko. And
we've gotten some more for Colt and Cole.
Yeah, that was the other thing I forgot. We were soliciting a name sort of akin to the Bash Brothers in the 80s, which, if you don't know who the Bash Brothers were, it was Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco when they were playing for the Oakland A's. But, again, in baseball, you don't often hear those combo names for somebody. That's much more of a thing in the NFL for typically defenses is what you hear. And we talked about, the examples being the Legion of Boom, the Purple People Eaters, the Steel Curtain, the Fearsome Foursome. Everybody had a nickname, Orange Crush, all that. But in baseball, you don't. I can't think of anything actually outside of the Bash Brothers.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of. There's individual nicknames, I guess, for players out there, but I can't think of a combo nickname.
Well, somebody in Alaska, I guess, bored up there because I don't know what you do in Alaska. Fish, I guess.
Sure.
Came in with a bunch of them. C Squared, Double CCs, Clutch Brothers, Golden Boys, Double Trouble, Bat Kids, Combat Bros. How about that?
Combat Bros. There's a couple in there that weren't bad. I still think CO2 is the leader in the clubhouse for me.
CO2, yeah.
Yeah, somebody texted that in earlier. I like that one, actually. I think that's pretty cool. So, yeah, that's for me. What do you think? Is there one that stands out to you?
Yeah, I like the CO2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
That's solid.
Yeah.
So send those in. Get creative with those. We're looking for a Colt Emerson, Cole Young combo nickname to represent what looks like the future of this team up the middle, along with Julio in center field and Cal at catcher. That's a very, very solid up the middle for this team. Meanwhile, we're going to see the piggyback make its return tonight with Bryce Miller. He'll get the start in the game. Castillo comes out of the bullpen in this game. So these two obviously are the most familiar with how this works. And hopefully we're going to see the same level of success that we've seen. They've done it 3 times so far, and it's worked out. Now, the real intrigue will be when it moves on to the other pitchers who are all be a part of it and how they pair them up and all that, and who starts, who comes out of the bullpen will be interesting. But tonight, these guys got to – I think it's important for them to sort of set the tone for the rest of the rotation and go, look, still works, guys.
Yeah.
Still good. And we give the bullpen, hopefully, if it all works out well, we give the bullpen a night off.
Much needed rest. Yeah. The other question I have is, what if Miller is dealing? At what point, what's the sort of standard? And I know that they're going to be looking at his velo. They're going to be looking at how does he look, whatever pitch count it's up. I mean, if it's presumably like a low, like say around 40, 50, whatever. And he's got one hit that he's given up. He's not walking a lot of batters. What do you do?
Well, we talked to Shannon yesterday, remember? And she made it sound like unless there's a no-hitter happening, it doesn't matter.
It's just a mechanism.
Whatever their plan is, which we don't know, you're getting 5, you're getting 4 innings to open, whatever their plan is. Let's say, Bryce, you're getting 5. Unless you get in trouble, obviously, then we're going to adjust. But you get 5. According to Shannon, when we talked to her yesterday, it's like he could have 1 hit, giving up 1 hit, no runs, and the pitch count's totally in check. They're still going to make that move.
Yeah.
Which to me is dangerous because then that puts even more pressure on Castillo or anybody in that situation coming out of the bullpen to maintain what this guy had going on. And if you deviate, if you come in and he gives up a bomb or he gets traffic and gives up a run, everybody goes, why did you pull out the guy who was dominating?
That's going to be a disaster. Yeah, I mean, I think, disaster. I mean, I'm being a little dramatic.
But that'll be the criticism. And to me, it's a fair question. It'd be the fair question to go, your guy was rolling, Dan. Was there any thought to keeping him in there? Or
Yeah.
You're messing with something that's working. You're trying to fix something that's not broken here.
Yeah, I almost feel like they should maybe communicate that part, just so, I don't know. Do they really care what the fans think or what people in the media think? They're going to do what they're going to do. But yeah, it's another opportunity, because I don't know if that's some kind of a pressure. Maybe it helps Luis Castillo, knowing that my brother here, he only gave up one hit, or he hasn't given up a hit, and I'm gonna keep it going. Maybe it inspires him, or maybe it's the other way around. So that'll. I don't want to say I hope that happens, but I do want to see. I would be very curious to see what would happen if they put the threshold at, hey, he's at, like you said, this number pitch count, and he's given up one hit, not walking a lot of batters.
I kind of want to see it. I just want to see that they've got some flexibility. I think there's got to be built-in flexibility beyond a no-hitter taking place. And I would feel like if I'm part of that group, we'd all agree, like, Dave, if you're rolling and you're locking this team down and I'm supposed to come in after you, I'm going to say, keep going.
Go get them. Yeah.
Go get them until all of a sudden you got traffic. Maybe that's you bring in a bullpen arm to get you out of that spot. Then I come in or whatever. But, yeah, I could just see everybody going, no, you don't want to mess with any of these guys when they're rolling. But we're going to find out. So the piggyback makes its return tonight. Meanwhile, there's another reason why players are mad at Major League Baseball. We're going to hear about that when we sweep the dial. That's coming up with Wyman and Bob at Seattle Sports on 710.
Have you downloaded the Seattle Sports app?
We're going to have a challenge right here.
What are you waiting for?
Listen to this.
Every pitch.
Here comes the 3-2.
Every game.
Swung on and missed. Got him.
One app for free.
How about that, folks?
The Seattle Sports app. Every game.
Julio racing back.
Right in the palm of your hands.
Makes a leap and makes the catch.
Plus the latest Mariners news, insider access, video, and podcasts.
They got it. Wow.
The Seattle Sports app.
All right, are you somebody that's just done with readers? Somebody that's just done carrying those around with you when you got to read a menu, read labels, read anything for that matter, text? That was me. I'm telling you, I was just done with it. That's when I made a change. I went to K2 Vision RLE for refractive lens exchange, and all of those glasses are in a drawer now. So, look, when you add K2 Vision and King LASIK together, you get freedom vision for every stage of life. LASIK and EVO ICL from King LASIK gives you freedom from glasses and contacts. Refractive lens exchange from K2 Vision RLE adds extra freedom from readers and cataracts. So, again, if you're somebody who's just done with having to carry a pair of glasses around with you everywhere just to read simple things throughout the day, this could be your perfect and your permanent solution, talking about K2 Vision RLE. And the best part is you'll never develop a cataract. With over 400,000 procedures done, Doctors Kopstein and King are two of the most experienced vision correction surgeons in America. So whether it's LASIK, EVO ICL, or RLE, trust the most experienced team of doctors with all of the data to recommend the very best procedure for you. Just schedule your free Zoom consultation today at K2VisionRLE.com. King LASIK and K2 Vision RLE, no glasses, contacts, readers, or cataracts. That's K2VisionRLE.com.
These days, everyday savings add up. Get more for your restaurant, food truck, or big event at Chef Store with warehouse savings on the food and supplies you use most. No membership required. Plus, we're open to the public. Visit Chef Store today.
Listen every morning to Brock and Salk for Need to Know, powered by Marquee Data. Marquee IQ brings all your data together into one clear view. Stop running your business on highlights. Get the full picture. Visit datathatwins.com to learn more.
You bought an RV, and you got an automatic discount from Progressive by bundling it with your home or auto insurance. That's great, but a serious word of warning every RVer should heed. You don't need to talk about things like dry weight or dump stations. And you don't need one of those expensive water filter straws either. Because the most extreme thing most RVers encounter is a campsite without hookups. So just enjoy yourself and Progressive's automatic discount when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
The home of the Mariners.
It is gone! Cal Raleigh, 2-run home run!
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Underestimating the trucking industry is one of the biggest mistakes I see victims and other lawyers make. Trucking companies have an army of lawyers and experts who act quickly after an accident to protect the company. Only an experienced trucking accident lawyer can navigate the complicated federal and state laws to protect your rights. If you or a loved one has been injured in a trucking accident, call Davis Law Group today for a free consultation or get my free book on trucking accident law at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
Hi, Andy Klein here. There's something special about a baseball game. The moments and the memories. At Klein Jewelers, that's exactly how we feel about our diamonds. They're a beautiful reminder of life's biggest moments. We're here to help you find the perfect diamond or beautiful piece of jewelry to celebrate your engagement, anniversary, birthday, promotion, or just because. Klein Jewelers by the Fountain in downtown Edmonds. Shine with Klein.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This hour is serviced by the Lee Johnson Auto family.
Scanning the airwaves for the most interesting and entertaining stories of the day. Sweeping the dial. Every afternoon at 4:45 with Wyman and Bob.
Presented by Silver Reef Casino Resort.
Well, we already heard some great insight from Mike Macdonald on that conversation with Dr. Michael Gervais, and including that back and forth they had on leadership and a lot of other things. Dr. Michael Gervais asked him, hey, which player challenges you, Mike Macdonald, the most?
Yeah, a few guys come to mind. I mean, Coop on offense, Cooper Kupp, one just like the resume that he's coming from. Again, his process, the level of like, we say shocking here, but like the level of detail that he has of understanding of like how he operates, the details of not only his job, but how the whole offense works together. To me, it's inspiring. Like I'm not the one drawing up our offensive scheme, nor am I the one like coaching the X's and O's behind it. But to be on that, you really respect like that is what we owe our players all the time. You know,
he's a professional sportsman.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And the way he's with LA for a lot of years and had a lot of success, and so he's seen a way of doing things for a while that has been really effective, and he has his own thoughts on the process and what works and what doesn't, and he's not afraid to have those conversations with you, which I appreciate that.
I like that he welcomes somebody that will, I guess, challenge his way, or you know, why And I don't know what manner they do it. If it's a coach, why would you do it this way instead of this way? Or have you thought about doing it this way instead of this way, or whatever?
Yeah, what you don't want to hear is what your mom used to say to you, because I said so. You know? So, yeah, I think that is, although that is good parenting sometimes.
You've used it as a parent?
Yeah. Guess what? I'm the dad.
Because I'm the one paying the bills.
Someday when you're the dad, you can make decisions. But no, I mean, I think players want to know why.
Yeah.
Right? And that was for me, because then it makes sense to you. But if it's just done randomly, I remember one time Tom Catlin, he would install defenses so well that he would say at the end, save your or in the beginning, he'd say, save your questions to the end. Let me go through it. And there were so many times that it was like nobody had a question. And the most proud I ever was of myself was that I had a question at the end of an install. And he's like, that's a good question. And so I was like, look at me. Yeah. But I mean, that's the thing you want. You want to, you want to know why. And then that way it makes sense to you. So, it's funny, Cooper Kupp, I saw him, we were in Jacksonville, I think. I went down for like the late night snack or whatever, and he's sitting there with Aiden Dirty talking defense and just grilling him with questions. And I wasn't eavesdropping or anything, but I could tell they were talking about defense. And, Dirty was, explaining to him why this, that, and the other. I mean, it looks like he seems like a guy that's probably going to be a coach at some point.
Cooper
Kupp.
Yeah.
So I like hearing that, because he certainly is a very curious gentleman for sure, because he was asking Aiden Dirty a lot of questions.
Sweeping the dial.
You guys talked about Bryan Woo and his terrific outing yesterday, and after the game, he kind of got into some more detail about working beyond just using those two fastballs and becoming a little less reliant on those two pitches.
Just using all 5 pitches was just the main message that I wanted to bring to Woody and to Garv. And, don't box yourself into, you can only throw this to this guy or whatever it is. I feel like I'm in a good enough spot with pretty much all 5 where, I don't care who it is or what counter, what, situation. Like I want to use all 5. So, just did a better job of that today.
Yeah, I mean,
Did you say Woody and Garv?
Yeah.
Woody?
Oh, Pete Woodworth.
Pete Woodworth, the pitching coach.
Okay.
Garver.
I thought he was talking about Cal or something. Is this some nickname I don't know about? They got lots of nicknames.
Yeah, I think they just call him Dumper. But yeah, he's got an arsenal, but he's a guy who relies heavily on the 4-seam and the 2-seam. So to see him get the sweeper involved in there, and they were effective to say the very least. So all that does, if he can land it, if you're landing those, beautiful, because it just makes it that much more problematic for the guys that's digging in the box.
Yeah, it's always interesting, like Logan Gilbert in Baltimore, having 54 pitches or 5 after 2 innings, and then being able to close that out and have a really always 6 innings. Yeah, and I wonder if it was kind of transformative, because he did it a little bit. I mean, first pitch almost went over the fence, but I'm just wondering if, like Bryan Woo, if this was the moment where we saw him, and it's not like he's been bad, but he did have a couple of stinkers, and I'm just wondering if this is maybe that moment he had some kind of a revelation where you're going to see him just be more effective going forward.
Sweeping the dial.
All right, we didn't get into this at 3:45. I kind of have it planned to get back to at 5:30, so give you some insight here. MLB yesterday came out with a new proposal for the draft. The 2 major sticking points, they want to get rid of high school eligibility, so high school players cannot be drafted, and they want to cut the draft from 20 down to 12 rounds. Needless to say, it's not very popular right now with the players, and AJ Brzezinski on his Foul Territory show came out strongly against this proposal.
I absolutely hate this idea. I was a high school draft pick, and they said I think it also includes they have to go to college for 2 years instead of the 3 now. Basically what this is saying is they want college baseball to be the new minor leagues. They're going to take the draft from 20 rounds to 12, less players, less minor league affiliates, which equals, guess what, Kratz? Less money the owners have to spend. It's amazing how it always comes back to the owners spending the least amount of money as possible.
Yeah, he's not wrong. And that draft has gone from, 54 rounds to 20. I mean, it went on forever. Mike Piazza was historically one of those guys I think was drafted in the 50s, somewhere in there. So, yeah, he's right. What was the other? We had a clip of him recently railing about something in baseball. What was that?
Salary cap proposal.
Salary cap. That's right. That's right.
Same vein, basically. Yeah. So.
Yeah, his target is the owners and their cheapness and them trying to find ways to spend even less money, which I can appreciate.
Well, look, AJ Pierzynski always just kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit, but.
As a player, hated him.
Yeah, but he's absolutely right. I like them drafting kids out of high school.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. And, look at Colt Emerson.
Look at Griffey. Look at A-Rod.
Yeah.
Those are two kids that did not go to college. And A-Rod was going to go to University of Miami, did not. So these are guys that made their debuts like Colt Emerson before they were legally able to buy a drink. And had success. So I don't like that at all.
Well, somebody was texting in yesterday about, why are you talking about Colt Emerson? What about Griffey? What about A-Rod? I'm like, well, I'm not trying to, go back into baseball history. That was a while ago. But anyway, I mean, he's, a recent example of somebody coming straight out of high school. So, I think AJ pretty much boiled it down.
Yeah. I think he nailed it. He nailed it. So there you go. Good on you, AJ. Meanwhile, we'll see what it's been like in the land of the Socceroos and talk to him about his new Netflix special. Adam Ray is going to join us next with Wyman and Bob live from T-Mobile Park at Seattle Sports on 710.
Think you know the Mariners? Not if you aren't subscribed to the Daily Mariners newsletter from Seattle Sports.
That's what they've been waiting for.
The latest Mariners news and injury updates, exclusives from Mariners insider Shannon Dreyer.
You look at the pieces and how it works.
Plus the best takes and breakdowns from your favorite Seattle Sports hosts and contributors.
The Mariners seem to be trying to build something that I think is a little bit more sustainable.
The Daily Mariners newsletter.
Monster solo home run.
Subscribe at seattlesports.com/newsletter.
It's Dave Wyman for Swedish Cyberknife, and June is Men's Health Month, and Swedish Cyberknife is encouraging men to break the stigma and talk about their own health with family members and medical professionals. Find out about your family medical history, as conditions like prostate cancer can increase your risk. When detected early, prostate cancer has several viable treatment options. One of the most effective treatment methods for prostate cancer is offered at Swedish Medical Center right here in Seattle. Swedish Cyberknife requires only 5 short treatment sessions, each lasting less than an hour. It's non-surgical, non-invasive, and patients can typically maintain their usual day-to-day lives. And this June, during Men's Health Month, make sure to place an emphasis on discussing your health with family and medical professionals. Ask about family history of medical conditions or disease. To learn more about Cyberknife for prostate cancer treatment, go to swedish.org/cyberknife prostate. Treat prostate cancer with Swedish Cyberknife.
We're kicking off a football frenzy that can net you up to $10,000 in cash. Don't stand on the sidelines. Get on the pitch and join the fun. Hourly hot seat drawings run every Saturday night from 7 p.m. till midnight in June and July. Take your shot at 10 grand every week. The field's wide open. Don't forget, your Reef Rewards card can save you up to 25 cents per gallon at Lummi Bay Market next to Silver Reef. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5 exit 260.
In 2026, Bay Alarm celebrates 80 years of security. For the Puget Sound, that means local service including burglar and fire alarm systems, 24/7 in-house monitoring, and custom security designed to work with business operations. Bay Alarm has real people rooted in your community looking out for your business. After 8 decades and 3 generations of family ownership, our promise is still the same. We got you. Learn more at bayalarm.com.
Free consultations, no fee guarantees, 5-star reviews. JP Pendergast with Pendergast Law explains the importance of going beyond these familiar offerings.
Accident victims want an attorney, Tom, that satisfies their needs. Someone who handles those needs with the highest degree of care. Pendergast Law offers the no-fee guarantees and free consultations, but these only scratch the surface.
Okay, explain more.
We make sure that every member of our team is genuinely passionate about helping others. Customer service and communication are our top priority. It's how we take care of our clients so they always feel one step ahead of the insurance companies. Our strong reputation for high standards provides comfort and confidence when it's needed most.
Pendergast Law offers the free consultations, the no-fee guarantees, and, of course, they are 5-star rated. But what really makes them different is their genuine passion for helping others. I can't recommend them enough.
If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
That's PendergastLaw.com.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change presents Wisdom from the Road.
Summer means wide open spaces and a whole lot of extra miles. The last place you want your engine to give out is halfway to nowhere. Out here, low oil or a weak battery is just an ambush waiting to happen. That's why every oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change includes an 18-point maintenance check. These techs are trained to help spot issues early and keep you riding easy.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Change wisely.
The home of the Mariners.
It is gone! Cal Raleigh, 2-run home run.
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
We live in one of the most beautiful places on earth, and owning your own deck is a great way to enjoy it. But finding the right decking solution can be overwhelming. That's why all 9 of our Puget Sound locations offer decking showrooms so you can get your hands and toes on the more than 60 decking options we carry. So if you have any questions about building, maintaining, or repairing your deck, contact me personally. Mike Dunn at DunnLumber.com.
TimberTech Vintage Collection Decking. On sale now at Dunn Lumber.
Step inside and let the excitement take you places. This is Muckleshoot Casino Resort, the ultimate spot for action that reaches incredible heights, luxury that knows no bounds, and live entertainment that always thrills. It's all at one incredible destination. So when you look for the best, look nowhere else. Muckleshoot Casino Resort, the biggest and best in the Northwest. Muckleshoot.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You deserve a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Switch today. Get started for $60 a month for 12 months when you add an advanced solution to a qualifying internet package. Limited time offer. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and autopay with bank account required. Taxes and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Wyman and Bob.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
Weekdays 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
We continue live from T-Mobile Park, where the Mariners are getting set to take on the Boston Red Sox. Game 1 of their 3-game series coming your way tonight. We'll turn you over to the pregame show with our Mariners insider Shannon Dreyer coming up at 6 p.m. Stay tuned for that. But now we leave the country. We get a chance to speak to a friend of the show who's in parts unknown. Actually, they're known. He's out there probably around a bunch of sad Australians after their team was just decimated by Team USA, and he's with us now. Love this guy. He's got a new special dropping on Netflix, and in fact, it was his birthday a couple days ago. Happy birthday to the one, the only Adam Ray, Dr. Phil, Coach Donnelly, Jeremy, Randolph Davies, Bruce Robbins, Toby, and now somebody named Kelly is with us. How are you, buddy?
Hey, g'day, mate. Hey, Hugh Jackman, Nicole Kidman, Top Step, Vegemite, Mike Lefko, Trevor Gooby, come on, Kebab, out here down under, and picked up a little bit of an accent, and so far so good, right? Yeah, nah, I haven't been able to poop in 3 days. A little bit dehydrated. Yeah, wish that was a joke, but it's the truth. And out of my balcony right now, looking at a Hungry Jack's top step. Yeah, but yeah, massive heaps. I'm ready to go home. We're having a good time out here. Having a good time out here down under.
Happy belated birthday, brother. Hopefully you celebrated and fought. Were you in Australia for your birthday, or you hadn't left yet?
Yeah, so we're a couple days ahead. So we're in the future here. So, we know. Yeah, so I already saw Toy Story 12. I already know that the Mariners are in fact going to win the World Series. And I already know that Trevor Gooby will be buying another ridiculously childlike bow tie. So I've seen everything that is going to happen before it happens. Shout out to my boy. It's a great. Australia is one of those places. It's probably the closest country to it. So I've got a little San Francisco, a little bit of Seattle. I'm from Brisbane right now. We were in Sydney last night. We go to Melbourne tomorrow. You got to say Melbourne. You got to say it with a little bit of the accent, otherwise they get real ticked off. We were in Brisbane. I was on stage for my birthday on the 16th, and then they did a thing for me on the 17th when it was my American birthday. But on the 16th, I was coerced into doing a shoey, which is let go. Do you know what a shoey is?
I know exactly what it is because they do it in the UFC with
a shoey.
Well, to explain it it's gross. It's something I would never do. But go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, so it's basically you pour alcohol into your shoe, Dave, and then you drink it on stage in front of everybody. And we were smart, and at least the last time I was here, actually the same venue when I was opening for Adam Devine in 2016. I got forced to do a shoey, and I drank it out of the shoe I'd been wearing for 2.5 weeks, and I was sick for 3 days. So I learned from that, and we bought a shoe. A friend of mine that I have kept in touch with that works down at the sanctuary that we're about to go to. I'm going to go feed some kangaroos and hold a koala. Yes, I am nervous to be on the kangaroos. No, I will not be fornicating with a koala because they have chlamydia. Thanks for asking, Matt. But they have a lot of just they get so fired up for the shoey. So I did it. I filled it with tequila. I actually did 2 of them, and it was a great way to spend the birthday. But the real exciting thing was that we found out, that we were Amanda. I guess I told you guys on the side, but we now I announced on my birthday that Amanda's 3 months pregnant. So that's the best thing.
Nice job, buddy. That's awesome. Do you ever feel like when I had my first kid, like the thought I had was I am not nearly responsible enough to raise a child? Do you ever get that feeling, or is that just me?
Dave. Yeah, Dave. No, it's all the time. I'm sitting here on a balcony with a coffee and flip-flops that are too big for my feet, hung over, my hair's a mess, my back is tight, my legs are I think misshaped. Yeah, man, I don't know why this is a bad idea, but no, I'm very excited. We're fired up, dude. I mean, it's
that's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. It's the right time. Thanks, bud. We don't do, the guys do none of the work. I mean, you guys know this. It's like I had to go, get my swimmers checked, and that was kind of my only thing up until this point, which is very uncomfortable. I walked into this room. There was, they just hand me a cup, and they're like, all right, put it in there. I'm like, all right, you want to, good luck or anything? You want to say, just point to a room. I go in there. There's
go get him, champ.
TV. Yeah, go get him, champ. Yeah. And there's a TV. There's 1,000 DVDs. And I'm like, you guys know I only have one wiener, right? And there's no TV. There's no TV. So I poke my head out, and the guy goes, hey, what's up, man? Do you need anything? And, when I'm uncomfortable, I always make a joke. That's just how I diffuse any sort of, uncomfortableness. So he goes, do you need anything? Do you got enough movies? I go, actually, man, do you have Air Bud 5? And that to me felt like a pretty obvious joke, I'm like, he'll laugh. He'll go get me, DVD player. He doesn't laugh, and he just looks at me and goes, all right. And I go, no. I don't need a dog to make this work. Now I have to leave, and I can't get this checked out. So, but I'm excited. She's excited. We're excited.
That's awesome. And I believe the name Bob is still a leader in the clubhouse if it's a boy. So that's great to hear. Yeah. But yeah.
So far, the name we're leaning towards is Bob, David, Lefko, Salk, Brock, Bumpy Ray. So we'll see.
Bumpy Ray.
Bumpy Ray. My mom has actually pitched. My mom just wants the most Jewish names, and there are some, decent Jewish names out there, like an Isaac or a Jacob, or I think my Hebrew name is Abe. Which but a lot of the names are old school Jewy names from like the 50s and 60s that are just. Like, when's the last time you met a Linda? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, not that that's a Jewish name, but like, just not a ton of Lindas around anymore, or a Rhonda, or an Ethel, or a Sylvia. These are classic names. These are classic names that just kind of had their day in the sun. My mom the other day pitched me Mordecai, and I almost deleted her number from my phone.
Mordecai Ray.
Yeah, Mordecai Ray. Yeah. Hey, good old Morty. Oh. Yeah. Oh, you know that baby Morty?
Yeah, good. Hey, well, let's talk about what you got coming up, because you've been doing a lot of work on the Netflix special that's going to be coming out. It's actually a bunch of specials, of episodes of the Adam Ray Show.
It's out. It dropped. It's Friday there, right?
It is Friday here. Yes.
Okay, great. So the show is out. It dropped at midnight Friday, June 19th. It's the Adam Ray Show. It's 30 episodes of me and my characters. And it's a chat show. It's 25, 30-minute episodes. Some are live, some aren't. Every episode is either me or a character with a celebrity, an athlete, an actor. The first 4 episodes dropped today. You have Dr. Phil and Dave Matthews at the Space Needle. You have myself as Adam Ray with Nikki Glazer in Los Angeles. You have my magician mentalist character, Bruce Robbins, and Michael Bublé. And then my friend Andrew Santino, a big comedian, does a podcast with Bobby Lee called Bad Friends. We dressed up in full prosthetics with Coach Donnelly. He dressed up as Bob Kowalski from Chicago, and we are 2 just old dads, and we did that one live at the Comedy Store. So some of the episodes are live, like I did a Dr. Phil with Marshawn Lynch in Seattle in May, and that one will be out in a few weeks. But episodes drop every Friday. I did one with my mom at my high school theater, Shorecrest here in Seattle. I did one with the Goo Goo Dolls in Vegas. We did one with Dana Carvey and Dr. Phil. Did one with Hassan Minaj, Jelly Roll, Coach Macdonald and John Schneider with Ron Donnelly from the VMAC. That one will be out in July, I believe. And then I got The Rock coming up and Chappelle. And so 30 episodes every Friday. A new episode drops, The Adam Ray Show on Netflix. Check it out. Tell your friends, hide your kids, hide your wives, and enjoy. It's easily digestible episodes. Everyone's got ADD and ADHD and HBO and HPV, so this is the show that definitely will make you not feel like you're not burning the whole day, because the episodes are easy to watch and get through.
30 of them.
So a lot of work into it. Yeah.
So you still have some you're filming, or are all 30 are in the can right now?
No, we filmed about 18, I think, right now. So we've got about 12 more episodes to go. So I'm still, booking them up. Like, I went out to the Big Slick in Kansas City a few weeks ago, which is a big charity weekend that Paul Rudd and Jason Sudeikis and Rob Riggle and Eric Stone Street, Heidi Gardner, and David Koechner do. And so, I got to know Sudeikis and Rudd real well from this, and so they're both going to do an episode. So, there's a handful of people that I'm just, it's schedule dependent and just trying to figure out when and where. So we'll probably go to New York to do those. And then, The Rock either could be in Hawaii or Atlanta or L.A. or the moon or Lefko's garage or, so I just got to figure out, when and where people are to get the timing down. But yeah, it's really fun, man. I try to, always, push myself creatively, and this is just a fun way to do a chat show that's not like everything else that you see,
Hey, what kind of, my favorite so far is the Ron Donnelly, the coach
awesome
thing. I mean, if you'd have walked, I would not have been able to tell that was you. The way with the prosthetics and everything. But yeah, I mean, what kind of response are you getting on that character? Obviously, I asked a really hard.
Did we lose him?
Question.
He
Yeah.
dropped. Of course.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, seriously.
That's my favorite of all of his new.
Yeah.
And he's got a bunch of new characters. He's got Randolph Davies, who's kind of like this outlaw country singer with long hair and a gap in his teeth, sings with a toothpick in. And he's got, he's got a new one named Kelly that I hadn't seen, female one. He's got all kinds of characters. But yeah, Coach Donnelly to me was, and he came into the VMAC when we were there doing the show.
I couldn't believe it, man. I was just looking at him going, no way, because when he first walked in, 'cause I think we knew Adam was there when that guy walked in. I'm like, no way.
Yeah. I just love that he was giving you a hard time going, are you even awake right now? You ever take a deep breath and think, that's probably going to be it?
It's amazing how he doesn't just transform because of the makeup and everything. It's like his whole personality, and I wonder if he ever forgets.
Yeah,
which character he is. Well, look in the mirror at him.
Lose track of the character, so we'll effort him back here and get him back on the line. But yeah, that's gonna be fun to watch. That'll be fun to watch. And again, in case you just tuned in and missed it, we were talking to Adam Ray, who's in Australia. We just lost the connection. See if we can get him back on the line here. But his show dropped. First 4 episodes on Netflix last night. There's going to be 30 total episodes. He did a show out here in Seattle with Marshawn Lynch, which sold out immediately and by all accounts went really, really well. I was unable to catch that. That's when I left town. But, yeah, I'm excited to see that one when that one comes out. And then he did the Coach Donnelly character with John Schneider and Mike Macdonald. I saw a little clip of that, and all I saw was them laughing.
Laughing through the whole thing.
Laughing the whole time. So now he's texting me and saying, call back. So I don't know. Are you calling back, Brady? Give him a call back there. See if we... Okay. Well,
the Socceroos cut his phone,
Brady's trying to call back. He's having issues. So hopefully we'll see if we can get him back on there. But, yeah, just wildly inventive stuff. He's got a lot of stuff going on there and touring in Australia, of all places.
Well, remember when we had Jeremy Piven on?
Yeah.
I think it was last summer. You realize that, those guys grind, man. I mean, for Adam, I mean, he's always working and always traveling and everything. And he was talking about, having a kid, and he's like, all I do is work. And so, yeah, that's going to be tough. But I love that he's having a kid. The one head start he's got as being a parent, great sense of humor. You got to have a great sense of humor.
He's got that. I like that he's wearing flip-flops that are too big for him. Yeah. He's hungover, standing on the balcony in Australia. He's ill prepared to be a father, to guide a young life through this world. But yeah, congrats to him and his wife. That's very cool because I know they've been trying for a while, and I do like that he went to go get his swimmers checked, as he said. They give him a stack of movies. He's asking for Air Bud 5. So he just texted me and said, tell Brady to try now. I'm not sure what changed, but give him another try there, Brady, if you haven't already. We'll try to get him. Say that again? He's on it. Brady's on it. So we'll try to get him on. Anyway, we're out here at T-Mobile Park watching the Mariners taking batting practice. It was good to see. They did like an earlier session of batting practice, and I didn't see Julio out there, but his name is in the lineup. And then now they're out there doing it again. He was out there taking cuts, so he looks to be no worse for the wear. The hamstring, it seems like it was just a precautionary move to keep him out yesterday, and all was good. Is he back with us?
Yeah, I'm back.
Do we have you back, Adam?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Hey, it's Australian service. Talk to Ryan Rowland about this, dude. They got some weird kangaroo cell service. Just everything, I don't know, dude. We're about to go to a sanctuary, so I shouldn't be talking smack about these marsupials. That I don't know if you've seen those viral videos of the kangaroos like putting dogs in headlocks, but I mean, dude, it's pretty much every street corner is the Outback. Yeah, I'll send you a link, Bob. But there's some wild stuff happening out here. By the way, I hit up Ryan. I said, hey man, I'm in your native land. Let me know if you have any family friends that want to come to the show. Radio silence, dude.
Really?
Radio silence. I know he's busy. He's he's in the booth. He's on the field. You know who would never not respond to a text of mine? Rick Riz, dude. Rick
That's
Rizz.
right.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Rick Rizz. Is he there in the booth with you?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll tell you about him later. Rick's the man. But
We'll give Ryan a hard time when we see him. He probably just didn't want to associate with the enemy because the U.S. and Australia were going up against each other. So maybe,
that's right. Oh, yeah, 5
maybe he was
a.m.
just trying to keep that wall up until that game was decided.
Fair enough, yeah. Well, Dave,
Yeah.
you asked me about Coach Donnelly. Yeah, that one is getting a good response, and I
That's
want
my favorite one.
Yeah, I mean, I pitched to Schneider and Coach Macdonald to come roast the team as him for Hard Knocks, and they're both into it. So we're just trying to figure out scheduling. So maybe I'll try to let you guys know when that happens, so you can come see it live.
That would be awesome.
Great. That's a great way. 'Cause we were talking about how do you get on Hard Knocks when they come here, and it would be us like interviewing maybe a player. But yeah, for you to do like a roast, that would be phenomenal.
I immediately, when Adam came into VMAC last time and filmed that and came in with us, like the next day we were at the Mariners game and I was just bending his ear telling him how great that character is and why it's so great and why it's so different. I think he was probably going, yeah, I get it, Bob. You like it.
No, it's always. I mean, I was flattered because it's with any new character, it's and with anything you do. I mean, you don't know how people are going to respond to it, and you just gotta commit and do what you think is fun and funny, and then if people respond to it, cool. But I've had enough coaches like this guy. I mean, he's really heavily inspired by this coach that I had. I think his name was like John James or Don Ron, or it was Ron something, and two first names. And he had this like University of Washington starter jacket that looked like it had been through every world war, and it smelled like cigarettes and piss, and it just like the guy was like, he was in his like early 40s, but he looked 60, and like he had this voice that was just like, come on. Like, he sounded like the coach from Major League. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
Come on, Vaughn.
Come on, Dorn.
What do you? Yeah, Dorn. Yeah. And so he was just such a weathered, taggart guy. And I remember it was my first day of practice. I wasn't supposed to wear pads, and he was like, well, you can not wear pads, or you can be a man about it and get in there. And I was like, all right, I'm 13, but all right, yeah. Like, you're obviously putting me on blast in front of the whole team. And it was like a select league. My first year playing football, thanks for asking, Dave, was 7th grade because I was like a bigger kid, so I played up a division. So all the kids on the team, it was a select team, were like in high school. There was like juniors and freshmen and sophomores, and then my buddy and I were in 7th grade. And my buddy had played football his whole life. His brother played football. He had an older brother. He was getting thrown around, shot with paintball guns, and he just knew how to defend himself. I'm going in this thing, never have tackled before. First drill is angle tackling. So I run straight, right? The guys who are tackling you run at an angle. He says, just don't slow down, Ray. That's the worst thing you can do. There's a guy named Alan Roquet who is tackling me. Alan Roquet, we're all in middle school and high school. I think Alan Roquet was 36 years old. He was a tiny little Filipino dude, and no one knew how old he was. Filipinos are feisty like that. And he just starts running towards me, and I see him, and he's got just this look in his eye like he was going to like take me down and then go take my mom out to Cheesecake Factory. And he takes me down to the ground, and I turned and did exactly what Coach Ron told me not to do, which is slow down and look petrified. And I just froze and go, no. And then he just lays me out, knocks the wind out of me. I stand up. Ron's like, get back in line, Ray. And I'm like, I can't breathe. And he's like, that's part of the game. And I get in line, and, I did it 3 more times, got the wind knocked out of me 4 more times. I get home. My mom's like, how was your first day of practice? I'm like, it's great. Football's awesome. I can't wait for tomorrow. But this guy, Ron, smoked cigarettes. He'd blow it in your face. He'd hit on your mom. He'd hit on your dad. I think he had 3 other jobs. He worked at 7-Eleven. He stole beer from, he was one of those guys that would sit with like a brown bag and heckle T-ball kids. You know what I'm saying? Like he just was a guy that definitely made a mark. And so he's Donnelly is a little bit of a softer version, but some of the edge that he has and some of the I've been there, done that comes from this guy.
Well, it's one of your great characters, and hopefully that one continues to grow, man. It is the Adam Ray Show. It is the first 4 episodes are on Netflix right now, so you can go check that out. Definitely worth checking out. There's going to be 30 total episodes, so check out these first 4. If you got a Netflix subscription, get out there, check it out, take it in. Before we let you go, I just saw Trevor Gooby walking on the field down below us. Any message you'd like me to pass along?
Yes. Tell him I wish him well. I hope he's great, and I hope he's just enjoying life. I hope he's happy. Tell him I hope he's smiling. I hope he's finding something to wake up and get excited about. Tell him that I can't wait to see him. Tell him that I appreciate his text back to me, which I guess we should let everyone know. He finally did text back. I said, hey, I ran to your sweet wife at the Bears game, and he just sent back THX exclamation point. So the relationship is alive and well. Yeah. Their communication has resumed, and I just tell him I wish him well, and I can't wait to see him and give him a big hug. That's what I want to do. But I do want to say this. We haven't talked any sports yet, and I know we're approaching football season, and you know we're looking to repeat and run it back. But I think the M's are in a great spot. I think, thank goodness, our division sucks. That has been great. The pitching is still the best in baseball, and will continue to make strides towards representing that. And getting Cal back is huge. Injury bug has definitely been more of a factor this year. But, you know, as we always say, it's a long season. There's 300 games left. It's not even the All-Star break. I would like to say, without saying all the normal cliche stuff, I think if we can be buyers at the deadline, that would be great. And I think we're in a position to. I saw some mock trades on TikTok when I'm not watching, you know, like birthing videos and, you know, just cute baby videos. And Lefko's actually on TikTok. Lefko has a weird cooking channel on TikTok. You guys should look it up. It's just him making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches wearing his old, like, soccer jersey. He's just like, today we're going to use chunky peanut butter. We're going to use chunky peanut butter. Some people like to use smooth. I like to use chunky. I'm a chunky guy. No, I'm not a chunky guy per se. I'm actually only 74 pounds, but I'm a smooth, chunky peanut. Depends on the weather. If it's a hot summer day, I like to go smooth. If it's a cold Seattle fall day, I like to go chunky. Some days I go no jelly. Some days I go all jelly. Have you ever had just a jelly sandwich? It's kind of my specialty. Lefko jelly sandwich. Anyway, so TikTok has some nice mock trades. There's a couple bullpen arms we could go get. There's a guy in the Marlins I think they were suggesting. But, yeah, let's go ahead and add a few pieces. Let's strengthen the pen. Let's maybe go out and get my boy Matt Chapman from the Giants at third base, and let's make that final push towards the postseason. What do you say, Dave?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready to go, man. I'm all in. All in.
Adam, you took all my material. This is Brad Adam with Mariners TV. Brad. Adam, what's up? It's Brad. You took all my material, dude.
Oh, is that all you – wait.
That
Brad,
was it, all the Mariners stuff. I got nothing to talk about now.
Brad, let's hear your Lefko impression. Let's hear your Lefko doing a cooking show. And go.
I do my impression of Mike sending out a tweet and then jinxing Bryan Woo. How about that?
Okay, all right. That's a different direction. Yeah, we'll keep it in. Yeah, we'll keep it in.
Never gone longer than 7 1/3 inning. And it's just going to be big. It's going to be big. Oh, no. Oh, he's out of the game. He's out of the game. Oh.
Now Mike's trying to shut his mic off. There we go.
This
Adam.
is why Brad is one of the best. Brad not only is one of the best, a living legend in the organization, but also is Benjamin Buttoning, aging backwards, dude.
Yeah.
What is your secret? Is it smoothies? Is it cream? Are you a Noxema girl?
Yes.
What is your secret, Brad?
Noxema, the right makeup, I believe.
Yeah.
Clean living.
Dude, no.
Clean living. No hard drugs.
That's what it is.
And
yeah, he's completely stopped the hard drugs, so that's been good for him.
Yeah.
And moderate drinking.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know the hard drugs. I know from like 3rd grade to 4th grade, you were just a huge pill guy.
Before it was a thing.
Yeah. He brought it into fashion. Adam, we love you, buddy. Have fun out there, man. We'll talk soon, buddy.
Good to see you guys. I'll be back in July. I'll hit you guys up. I love you. Go ahead.
There you go.
See you, bud.
Adam Ray, the Adam Ray Show. First 4 episodes available on Netflix right now. 30 total going to be available when it's all said and done. Great stuff. Meanwhile, we regrettably did not give this next appearance a full week's worth of build-up. But despite that, Brad Adam will still join us in the booth here at T-Mobile Park coming up next with Wyman and Bob at Seattle Sports on 710.
Have you downloaded the Seattle Sports app?
We're going to have a challenge right here.
What are you waiting for?
Listen to this.
Every pitch.
Here comes the 3-2.
Every game.
Swung on and missed. Got him.
One app for free.
How about that, folks?
The Seattle Sports app. Every game.
Julio racing back.
Right in the palm of your hands.
Makes a leap and makes the catch.
Plus the latest Mariners news, insider access, video, and podcasts.
They got it. Wow.
The Seattle Sports app.
Eric Johnson here. I spent the past 30 years working to help make our community better informed, better protected when it comes to consumer issues, and better equipped to take on whatever life throws at us. That's why I love the free Washington Accident book series from Davis Law Group. These books keep us better informed about the law, better able to protect ourselves on and off the road, and better off when all is said and done after an accident. Chris Davis didn't have to write these books. He did it because he saw a need. People who were in accidents or other legal situations didn't know what to do, what pictures to take, documents to request. Only a tiny fraction of the people who get these free books will ever become clients of Davis Law Group, but that's not the point. Chris wrote them because it was the right thing to do. The free Washington Accident book series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the road might throw at them. Get yours at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
Looking for the best deal on a new home? Discover the D.R. Horton Home of the Week. With new home communities from Lacey to Stanwood, D.R. Horton has the right home for the best value. Visit drhorton.com. D.R. Horton, America's builder, an equal housing opportunity builder.
Stacy here. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, and when they resell it, they share half their profit with you. That's right. Sell your car to Wayscar Ford, Isuzu, and Auburn. They'll pay you today for your car, and once they resell it, they'll share half their profit with you. WayscarFord.com.
How does your roof look after this winter? Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. Spring into action today. Save $3,000 on a new roof, siding, deck, or windows. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com.
Listen every morning to Brock and Salk for Need to Know, powered by Marquee Data. Marquee IQ brings all your data together into one clear view. Stop running your business on highlights. Get the full picture. Visit datathatwins.com to learn more.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Girl, it's back. We've been waiting. I love that Honey Pepper Pimento Sandwich.
And that Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite is everything. It's got that razzle-dazzle that makes you stop and say, okay, wait a minute.
I love the creaminess of the pimento cheese. It's savory, it's bold, it's flavorful.
Our faves are back. I thought, girl.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/groundadvantage to learn more.
Hi, how can I help?
Well, my husband and I feel like we've outgrown our current money manager.
I see.
Our lives have changed, and we need something more than just mutual funds to help us in retirement.
She's right.
I hear that often. At Fisher Investments, we'd start by getting to know you, your finances, family, health, lifestyle. We tailor a portfolio around your goals and needs.
Sounds good.
Can you help with estate planning?
Yes. We have a team of specialists who can help you with estate planning, Social Security, investment income, and more. We'll get to know your whole financial picture and help keep you on the path to a comfortable retirement.
And your fees?
We have a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
I feel better already.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
Looks like a beautiful day to beat the daylights out of the Red Sox, who are in town for a 3-game series. Game 1 coming your way tonight, where the Mariners will revert back to the piggyback. They're going to send Bryce Miller out there to start the game. Luis Castillo will come out of the bullpen in this one, where they've had, at least in this pairing, tremendous success to this point, and hopefully that continues tonight. You can catch it all starting at 6 p.m. with the pregame show, 7:10 first pitch, right here, Seattle Sports on 710. Taking a look at your scoreboard. One final on the day. It wasn't competitive. Cubs just hammer the Blue Jays 16-2. The final in that one from Chicago. Game's going on right now. The White Sox and Tigers are knotted up at 2 apiece, bottom of the 5th in Detroit. Meanwhile, in New York, Yankees shutting out the Reds 4-0. They're in the bottom of the 3rd in Miami, with the Giants and Marlins tied at 1 apiece. Tampa Bay up on the Nationals 3-2 in the top of the 4th in Tampa. The Braves trailing the Brewers in Atlanta. That score in the bottom of the 4th is 1-0.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Wyman and Bob
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming live on the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Dave Wyman and Bob Stelton.
A reminder, we've got mean texts coming up at 5:45 today, so get those in at 866-979-3776. And we get a chance to speak to a guy now that I don't know anybody who's ever said a mean thing about him. Maybe Ryan Rowland-Smith has, but outside of him, nobody else I can think of. One of the true nice guys, and a guy that, Dave, you and I all week have been saying, I can't wait. I can't wait for this guy to join us on the show. Is it Friday yet? No, Bob, it's Tuesday. No, Bob, it's Wednesday. Dave, is it Friday yet? Is Brad Adam here yet? Well, he's finally here. How are you, man?
I'm doing well. And I got to call both you guys out on that. First, we had your people call my people to arrange this, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You could have texted me yourselves, but you had your people, again, get in touch with me through my people, which is good because that's why I have the people.
That's why you have people.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And then when I tried to get this going with you guys last couple of days, Bob had no idea. I saw him in the lunchroom yesterday. I said, hey, you excited about tomorrow? He's like, soccer? I said, no. Like, Marin Red Sox? No. I go, what's Friday about? He's like, I have no idea. I'm coming on the show, dude. So that's kind of love and support I get from you guys. I appreciate that. You too, Dave.
Well, when you texted me, I thought you were talking about the show over at King 5
right.
with
the
Sylvie.
USSS thing.
Yeah,
right.
The super terrific happy hour,
yeah.
I think it's called.
He was not talking about that.
No, I'm talking about this show.
And you're like, oh, just on the radio show. Well, that's no big deal. Yeah. Of course we can.
Apparently, it was a bigger deal for me than it was for you guys.
Well, we were just not made aware of it. Lefko booked you in secret and never passed it along. I think it was supposed to be a surprise to end the week in fine fashion. Yeah. Take us into the weekend with some momentum. You do that with a guy like Brad Adams.
I like that. A big day, a lot going on.
That's right.
A lot of logistics stuff. We wanted to just end on a high note and then cruise.
That's
this
right.
Weekend. That's good.
How far back do we go? What was it? Was it Fox Sports Northwest?
It was. It was before Root. You're right.
Okay, so I told Bob gave him a little teaser
about the B team.
The B team. You
fantastic.
What is the B team?
You can be a member of the B team.
Bob would be a member of the B team. No offense, but I think he would want to be a member.
He would want to be with us. Yeah.
Don't take that wrong.
Don't shoot for the A team. Bob.
So there was some kind of a commercial and it was Angie, and I'm trying to remember who the other people were. I think Lenny Wilkins was part of it.
He was part of the A team. Right?
Yeah.
We had a tier at Fox Sports Northwest where the anchors and some of our analysts, we had literally called the A team.
Okay.
Yeah, and they and
Lenny
from
Wilkins was
from
our
my
Sonics
perspective.
guy. Yeah, this is back. Gosh, this was
like 2005,
Yeah,
6, whatever.
6, 7,
Anyway,
right.
so they show, they're like, Fox Sports Northwest, the A-team, and they showed every single person in there except for me and Brad.
Just about.
We were,
You were the only two?
He was our Seahawks guy.
We were the only two.
It's our only two.
So we're the B team.
We were the B team.
Ah.
We did
all
not,
right.
not get as much press as the A team,
Yeah, no, we did not.
but we had more fun.
Yeah, we did have fun.
Yet you persevered. Look at you're still
Look at us.
here.
That's right.
You're
Where's
still
the
here.
A team now?
Yeah,
That's right.
Well, Angie, I saw Angie down there.
She's still here. That's right.
The rest of the A team, I don't know who that was, but they don't seem to be present. So there you go. But good to have you in here, man. Good to talk to you.
Thank you.
And what is your take on this? I know we've chatted certainly off the air multiple times about this team, but the whole piggyback thing obviously is a big talking point for fans and certainly media and obviously the players at some point or another. But are you a guy that likes this? Are you excited to see what it looks like beyond tonight? We've seen this combo with Bryce and Luis,
Right.
but now we're trying to figure out, all right, what's it going to look like if is it going to be Kirby starting and Hancock coming out, or who's best suited to come out versus starting? And what's your impression of this whole thing?
I think that it is the best solution. I think the players would agree as well. The best solution to the problem that what they have, just too many arms, which is a nice problem to have, right? So I think the guys realize to be as equitable as they can, that it's fair to rotate because nobody's going to the minors to keep stretched out. No one's going to the bullpen. So what do? You piggyback and you rotate guys. So I think that what we've seen from the piggyback the first 3 times with Castillo and Miller is that it has worked. It saved the pen tonight, and these guys have pitched well after the piggyback when they go back to resume starting. I mean, Bryce Miller had his best outing last term with 8 innings. He was fantastic. Yeah. I think that it helps the guys stay fresh. You can't go a 6-man rotation with a lot of off days because then you're at 7 days pitching between starts, and that's just too many days. So I think this is the best solution, and the guys realize that, and they're all willing to share in the piggyback. So I think it will be interesting to see who they pair together. I haven't penciled it out or done the math, but everybody's going to get a turn up until the All-Star break, and then they'll reassess. So I think that it's worked, and it's worked when your pen is gassed and you're down a man anyway. So, they bought in, and I think that it's a positive thing going forward.
Yeah, I almost, I
almost
want it
agree.
No, I was going to say I almost want this to happen just so we see. But what do you think happens if Miller goes 5 innings, has a 1-hitter going, or
which you could see that, right?
Could happen. I mean, he is really hot right now. So, do you think that it's going to be like a flexible thing? Because we were saying that if you're another starting pitcher or you're Luis Castillo, you're like, yeah, keep going, man. And then, like Bob said, there's also pressure that, I'm going to be the guy that goes in and screws this up, and the mentality and everything of that. Do you think that that's going to be like a feel thing if that does happen? Which, again, it would be a good problem to have, right?
Right. I think that the feel part will just be between the 4th and 5th innings. I think they know that, the second guy's got to get, 60 pitches or so at least, right? 60 to 70 to keep stretched out, right?
Yeah.
So I think that they're going in knowing that no matter how well you pitch, maybe you get that 5th inning. It might be 4-4 and a reliever of Munoz. It might be a 5-4. It might be 4-5 situation. But I don't think you're going to see a 6-inning outing, regardless of how well they're doing.
Yeah.
Which I know Kirby going to want to come out if he's pitching a 1-hitter through 5 innings.
Any of these guys.
Any of them, I know.
And I also feel like the guy that's supposed to come out would understand. Like, they know what it is to be on a roll, and, hey, my slider's landing, I'm landing this, my pitch count's in check, I've given up 1 hit. You're going to yank me after 5?
Now, I think, again, going in knowing the plan, helps. And that was the problem the first time.
Yeah.
The communication wasn't great. They were just trying to figure it out, and the guys really didn't know kind of what was going on. And so I think after that first one, I think they got on board. And, with Miller and Castillo now knowing that others are doing it, they're more willing to be on board.
When you look at this team, the way it's constructed or will be constructed when everybody comes back, and hopefully Donovan is back soon, and Brash certainly, Criswell, just as close to full strength as any team can be. When you look at it, and at that point, you look at it going, okay, well, where are the holes? I don't really see the holes. We always, we get closer and closer to the trade deadline. What do they need? What do they need? As far as I can tell, what they're going to need, and maybe that won't even be a need, is bullpen. Because position-wise, I don't feel like, you're down a bat, you need this. When everybody's healthy, you don't have that hole in your lineup.
Right. Which is...
You agree?
Pretty amazing to say and to think. I do. I think, if Brash can come back, and if they stick with the six starters, and down a guy in the pen, I think you've got to be committed to that, all season long. And you see it in the postseason as well, right? Because starters go 4 or 5 innings postseason, kind of regardless. So maybe they're kind of figuring this is how it's going to look, so let's just try it longer. The only thing you can think about, you're right, Bob, it's like you need a position guy. You say, hey, we got to go get a second baseman. No. Do you need this? The only thing I can think of is maybe if they continue to struggle a little bit against lefties, maybe you say we need to get a right-handed bat. Hopefully Russ Snyder gets it going and you don't have that problem. But really that's kind of the only thing that you're looking at right now. You got the lefties, you got the bench, you got enough righties, you hope, but maybe there's just one more righty bat that they get, maybe. But you're right, they're in a really good spot, aren't they? Guys coming
feels
back,
like it.
They're like, wow, right? Way better than other teams in their division, especially.
No question. Hey, we were soliciting names for Cole and Colt up the middle of the defense, like the Bash brothers.
Yeah.
What was the best one?
The best one
CO2?
we've got is CO2. I thought that was pretty clever. There was a lot of people trying to do plays on CNC Music Factory.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
CO2, I think, is pretty cool. You don't hear many nicknames for a couple of players together in baseball.
Right.
You hear it for like defenses in football, right? Legion of Boom and Steel Curtain and Purple People Eaters, all that stuff. But baseball, I can't think of actually anything beyond the Bash brothers.
Really.
But for those two young guys who look like you've got the future of your middle lined up, Cal, Cole, Colt, and Julio up the middle. That looks as promising as maybe ever in Mariner history. We'll see what I don't want to put too much on the two young guys right now, but it feels like there's reason to be very optimistic about that moving
maybe we should
forward.
put Julio and Cal in there too, and all four
Make
of them
a four
up the middle.
nickname?
There you go.
That'll really stress out the listeners.
Yeah, CO2 was pretty cool.
Young Guns, not bad.
Yeah.
That's Riz's contribution.
Just came up with that off the top of my head. Young Guns.
That's your writer over there?
That's my writer. Yeah. He's one of my people.
He's over there working.
One of my guys.
That's right.
Rizzy. Yeah. Young Guns, that's not bad. Yeah, you really didn't know what you were going to get coming into the season, right? Colt was going to be in the minors. You figured he was going to come up at some point. You didn't know when. And Cole Young was like, we couldn't even play him in September. He was off the playoff roster.
Yeah.
What are we going to get, right?
And he looked overmatched by velocity last year, and he was my most pleasant surprise so far this year.
Absolutely. Remade his body, gained weight, gained strength. So much better defensively. So, he looks like, you're right, a 10-year veteran. Then Colt comes up when Donovan goes down, not necessarily wanting him to come up this early, and yet here he is playing shortstop, and J.P. Crawford's moving to third because the guy's so good. 20-year-old who's just so mature. At-bats are really good. What I really like, too, is last night when he had the 2-run single in the first inning, that was coming off probably his worst game when he struck out 3 times and looked just overmatched. He comes back the next day, first AB, breaking ball, which he struck out 3 times on the night before, breaking ball single to right field. Just the in-game adjustments and the IQ is just, it's really impressive for these guys. And we know what Cal and Julio are, so you're right. Those 4 locked up for at least, 5 more years, so... Very impressive for the
We also found out that he got kicked out of a high school football game for spearing or targeting.
Targeting.
Colt?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
now he's Dave's favorite player.
Instantly goes to the top of my chart.
He supplanted Cal as Dave's favorite player.
I know.
I don't know if you're aware
Don't tell
of
Cal.
Dave's
Please
love
don't
for
tell
Cal, but that's a big statement.
Well, it's vice versa. I mean, Cal's a big fan.
I'm not sure Cal knows who I am. That's for sure. But that's okay. It doesn't. It can only go one
Kicked
way.
out for spearing. How about that?
Yeah. No, I like that.
And then didn't play his senior year because he had to concentrate and want to stay healthy in baseball, which I get.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
And that was definitely the thing to do for him. But just a really impressive young man, and just the youth part of it is what is so, because that seems like in baseball that I mean, I think youth really helps you in football, and you can overcome some of the mental part of it because you're such an athlete. But as far as baseball goes, it's like usually older and wiser is the way to go. And just love those guys. I'm very bullish on the Mariners right now. I mean, I know that there's a lot going on and everything, but they've done all this stuff. We were pointing out that they're at the same point they were last year,
right,
at 39 and 37, and that they've had all of these injuries that, I mean, to really good players that are very instrumental. So, yeah, I don't know how you feel about this team.
Exactly same.
Yeah.
People are like, gosh, they're only 500. What's wrong? They're this. You're right. I mean, they're hanging in there first place, over 500 with incredible amount of injuries and guys missing games. Starting with Cal, which was huge. I mean, luckily the starters have been A-okay. But that last road trip, everybody was dinged up and banged up. And just, that series that we just saw that they won. I mean, the line, look at the outfield they had to have out there. Master Boning, who they had DFA today.
Yeah.
Robles and Rex Snyder was out there in the outfield, and they beat the Orioles 2-3. So I think, as you said, once, and it might not take, it might take them till after definitely the All-Star break to get everybody back.
Yeah.
August, maybe mid-August.
Yeah.
Start rolling in September like they did last year, take off in September. So it helps with the West not being great. I mean, let's be honest.
That's
right?
big help.
They're the only team over 500, let's be honest. So
well, in the American League
helps.
in general, really.
Right.
I mean, other than the Rays.
I think there's 5 teams over 500.
Yankees.
Yeah.
I mean, White Sox are in first place.
I know.
Are you anybody scared of the White Sox?
Yeah.
No, but they're better than they've been. Certainly, the 100+ loss team and all of that. And speaking of that, I was looking at this because before the last 10 games road trip where they're going up against teams that you look at the records and go, all right, these are teams you should beat. I was nervous because they seem to struggle against those teams. And you look at it, the Royals, the Angels, the Orioles, Rangers, and Tigers combined so far this year, they're 8-16 against those teams. I mean, the Royals have owned them. They're 1-5 against them. You're getting beat by these teams, and to me, it's not so much the Mariners letting down. Maybe the other teams are looking at the Mariners going, all right, they're in first place. They were right there at the doorstep of the World Series. Maybe there's an extra juice for them. But so I see this Red Sox team coming into town going, all right, they've lost 8 of 10, 4 in a row. They're dreadful right now.
Terrible.
29-43. It makes me nervous.
Well, a little bit with going against 3 lefties. And 3
and lefties have been problematic for them this year.
Yeah, it's been a little better lately, but you're right. That's been their big Achilles heels of going up against lefties. I mean, I think lowest average, lowest slug, lowest everything against lefties as a team. It's better of late, yes, and these are 3 pretty good lefties. Ranger Suarez, we know, was pretty good. And then the 2 young guys, they've got big prospects for them, too. So I agree with you. It might not be as easy as it should look or looks on paper or should be. But I think that, at home, I think they're, maybe better to equip for these. But when they play these teams, it's something like it's an inning here. Like Kansas City was crazy stuff. Baltimore was crazy for an inning in a game. It just seems like things go awry an inning or so, and the starters give up a little bit. And
Do you think it's happenstance that it's those teams, or is there something about a team that isn't good on paper or isn't performing well and they come to life against the Mariners?
I don't think there's anything to it. I hope not.
I
hope not.
I'm with you. I hope not to.
I don't think it's a thing. I really don't.
Play to the level of the competition, maybe a little.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you're so banged up and everything. You're not really in a position to, close, because that's kind of what the insinuation is. So, but yeah, I mean, and also just the American League in general. All those teams are American League teams that are just unpredictable right now. It seems like.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Brad, are you going to spend the entire hour with us, or you've got nothing to do?
Unfortunately, I have to go make fun of Ryan Roland Smith.
Oh, but
now,
we don't want to get in the way of that.
Now, hold on now, because you guys, I'm glad that we brought that up, and I remember to ask you guys, my moral compasses. Do I make fun of him? Do I say,
yes,
hey, sorry about Australia?
No.
Thanks for the own goal? Do I?
Yes.
Okay. Go after him hard?
Yes.
I should have trolled him by wearing his own Socceroos jersey.
Socceroos.
That's right.
He was wearing it earlier.
Yeah, didn't the first goal go off of Australian?
Yeah.
Say thanks for that.
Yeah, because he was talking a little mess. He was talking about how they were going to destroy the Team USA.
He threw out a 5-0 score.
Oh, yeah. I think you let him have. Plus, he was making fun of you. He was making fun. He was on our show. Talking about how you guys were in the heat and humidity of Washington, and you wanted to keep walking, like you wanted to power through, and he's like, "No, I'm sweating. I'm sweating through my shirt." Brad, what are you doing? And you guys finally got to some scooters.
The big, strong athlete, ex-athlete,
He's like,
hack
hey, you
it.
a scooter? I'm like, no, I don't. We're gonna walk.
Yeah.
And then, admittedly, on the way back, I'm like, okay, we found 2 scooters and a bike with a basket. I said, that's my speed right
He said you were afraid of the scooter. He was kind of clowning you on
bit.
there.
That's fine. A little bit. Hey, the basket was fine. The bike was fine.
The
we had
basket was
waters,
fine.
and who put all their waters in the basket?
You.
Me and those guys.
Yeah.
Ryan and the other guy.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, from now on, when we have you on, we'll get
we're gonna do it again?
We're gonna build it up all week.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get ahead of this.
You're gonna know it?
A 2-week.
Yeah, Lefko's going to let us know well in advance,
we'll
and we're going to
big open.
Yeah,
we're going to have a promo every day
banner.
as a countdown.
Right. Yes.
Each day.
4 days.
3 days until Brad
3 days.
Adam.
2 days.
2 days.
Today.
The day is finally here. Brad Adam, ladies and gentlemen.
B-teamer.
We appreciate you, brother. Thanks for coming up, man.
Appreciate
Anytime, you know that.
All right, we're good. Next time. Next time, tremendous build-up, so stay tuned for that. There you go. One of the great guys out here, Brad Adam. You know him, you love him. Meanwhile, Major League Baseball wants to completely overhaul its draft. We're going to dive into the implications of that coming up next as we continue live from T-Mobile Park. It's Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710.
Think you know the Mariners? Not if you aren't subscribed to the Daily Mariners newsletter from Seattle Sports.
That's what they've been waiting for.
The latest Mariners news and injury updates, exclusives from Mariners insider Shannon Dreyer.
You look at the pieces and how it works.
Plus the best takes and breakdowns from your favorite Seattle Sports hosts and contributors.
The Mariners seem to be trying to build something that I think is a little bit more sustainable.
The Daily Mariners newsletter.
Monster solo home run.
Subscribe at seattlesports.com/newsletter.
Hey, it's Dave Wyman here, and you've heard me talk about a local company for over a year now. It's Harley Exteriors, and I recently sat down with them, and they're such good people and so easy to work with, and I was really excited to hear about the many Seattle Sports listeners they've worked with on window and door replacements, and Harley Exteriors has stepped up right now with a can't-miss offer. $450 off each new window, $1,000 off of each patio door or entry door, 12-month and 18-month, no interest, no payment options, plus $200 off your final project total. If that isn't enough to get you started on your new project, I don't know what is. So schedule a consultation just like I did. Call 833-HARLEY, that's HARLEY, or go to harleyexteriors.com.
Minimum purchase of 4 windows required for window discount. Qualifying windows must be 36 by 36 or larger. No size minimum on patio or entry doors. Financing subject to credit approval. Cannot be combined with other offers outside this promotion. Offer valid through June 30th.
Need a lift? Levitt Machinery is now your authorized JCB dealer in Washington and Oregon. From telehandlers to track and wheel loaders to excavators. JCB equipment is built to work as hard as you do. Whether you buy, rent, or lease, Levitt Machinery is here to support you. With expert service and local parts in stock, LevittMachinery.com. Talk to Levitt Machinery today. Stack it, reach it, lift it, Levitt.
This is Chris Davis with the Davis Law Group. Did you know that a pedestrian does not have to be crossing the street on a marked crosswalk to have a successful legal claim against the driver? Pedestrians can even be partially at fault for a collision and still have a valuable claim. Call us today for a free consultation or get my free book on pedestrian accident law at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com. That's Davis Law Group, better service and even better results.
Start having fun.
Caesar Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit muckleshootcasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot. Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code CASH to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code CASH to borrow up to $10,000. Use code CASH to borrow up to $10,000.
The home of the Mariners.
It is gone! Cal Raleigh, 2-run home run.
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
You know what you can trust? The protection you get when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. You know what you can't trust? Everything else, apparently. Like when you saw that article that said that thing you eat every day is a superfood and great for your gut health. But then 30 seconds later, a different article warns you to avoid it and it's taking years off your life. Well, which is it? Kind of a big difference there. Anyway, bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive for reliable coverage in a reliably unreliable world. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi?
They even brought their own devices and spellbook.
You didn't give them the new Wi-Fi password, right?
No.
That's good.
I gave them our old one. Because Xfinity lets us keep the same network name and password so devices connect instantly.
What do they want Wi-Fi for anyways?
Better not to know. Plausible deniability.
Get streaming or scheming instantly with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in one price for the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi for 5 years. Guaranteed. And see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Wyman and Bob.
Weekdays, 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Our thanks once again to Brad Adam, part of the Mariners broadcast, and has been part of that broadcast for a very long time. One of the good guys out there, so our thanks to him. If you guys missed any part of that conversation, you can find it on the podcast page after the show at seattlesports.com. Click the podcast tab, click on our picture. It'll be right there waiting for you, and as always, you can click subscribe. It's totally free, and then everything just shows up for you automatically. You don't have to worry about remembering. We got Mean Text coming up at 5:45 at 866-979-3776, so get those mean texts in. I don't know how they've been doing, Lefko. Have they been picking up the pace with the mean text?
No,
or are
not really. They're very much procrastinators. Wow, this Brad Adam, big head.
Oh, wow.
And I mean that in the physical sense, not
literal.
You guys gave him compliments here.
He was literally
it slipped off my head here as I tried to respond.
Yeah, it's kind of like when I put on the headsets after Bump or Curtis.
Yeah,
those are a couple jack-o'-lanterns.
Well, you don't look at Bump either and go, he's got a huge noggin. But when you put the now, C-Raj, that's a different story, but...
you look at his head and go, that's a big noggin.
He's a big burly guy. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it's surprising with Bump and Brad Adams.
Yeah, I didn't know Brad had a giant head, but Lefko says he did.
I think he just he kind of spaced it out. He didn't want to mess up the hair.
Didn't wanna mess up the hair.
Understandable. So it's very spaced out on top now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room. All right, well, get your mean text in at 866-979-3776. Those will be coming up in less than 15 minutes. Meanwhile, touched on this earlier, Dave, that the MLB is making proposals here, and they want to change the MLB draft, including two notable things that would hamper players. First of all, high school players are no longer eligible. And then you've got a proposal to shorten the draft from the current 20 rounds down to 12. And we played that cut from A.J. Przynski, who said, look, this all boils down to owners and money.
Yeah.
They don't want to spend the money. It's
Well,
just another way for them to not spend money.
And that's why you have a players union to check those guys. And that's where, I think a lot of people will sometimes, inadvertently side with ownership when really, I mean, it's like the billionaires versus the millionaires that El Hombre always talks about. But why wouldn't you, why would you root for ownership?
Yeah.
Nobody really can relate to that. And yeah, and I think Przynski really, I mean, he nailed it because, why not? I love the fact that they're drafting kids out of high school.
Well,
that is a tremendous gamble. And especially now, with Colt Emerson paying off the way that he has, I think it's the cool part of baseball, and it's different than, the NFL.
Well, in examples out here in Seattle, arguably, well, in my opinion, the greatest player I've ever seen in person is Ken Griffey Jr.
Griffey, yeah.
And he's the greatest player in the history of this organization, in my opinion, drafted out of high school.
Right.
He's a guy who was younger than Colt Emerson when he came up. A guy who's much like Alex Rodriguez, same thing, one of the greats. I know he's had his issues certainly throughout his career, but if you're just looking at what he achieved in the caliber of player, that was a high school player. So, and then I brought up Mike Piazza, he's a Hall of Famer, just like Ken Griffey. He was drafted in the 62nd round. I thought it was in the 50s.
Wow.
I'm not advocating you extend it to 60, but the 60, he was selected 1,390th overall.
Gosh.
There were 1,389 other players picked ahead of him.
1,300.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
80?
189.
Oh, my God.
Because he was number 1,390.
That is amazing.
Yeah, known as one of the most, I'm just looking at the remarks here, remarkable underdog stories in baseball history, went from being a late-round draft pick, selected largely as a favor to his father, to building a Hall of Fame career, remains the lowest drafted player ever to be inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Now, I understand, that's an outlier. Not every guy who was drafted in those rounds, or even, the 30th round, the 25th round, it doesn't assure you of anything. But you just take away opportunities, and now you're at 20 rounds. The idea of shortening it, to me, I don't know. I'd love to talk to like Justin Hollander and Jerry and see what they think of that. Like, those are fewer bites at the apple for you to build up your farm system, and then to eliminate high school players from the equation. On top of that,
Well, I mean, do you think that this is possibly, because this, we've got the negotiations coming up here, and it's like, let's ask for everything, right?
Yeah.
And then, that it might look ridiculous if the Players Association comes in and says, we're blocking all of this. We don't want this. We don't want that. And then the owners are sitting there going, hey, we're trying to work with them here. And
they're finding ways to get a win here.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, you're asking for a bunch of things that are totally unrealistic.
Yeah, and maybe there's a compromise. Like, all right, you want to shorten it from 20 rounds. All right, we'll go to 19.
Yeah. Right.
They're going, okay, well, how about 10? Well, all right, how about 18? We'll do that back and forth, or, so maybe there's some give in those areas. And you're right. That's probably a lot of the thinking and the philosophy behind the owners. Like, look, we're not going to get a salary cap. These guys are never going to give it on it, but we need some wins.
Yeah, and it's interesting. We'd always talk about what El Hombre says, the billionaires versus the millionaires, and people do end up siding against the players. I remember when we went on strike, people were just outraged at the players.
Because you're greedy.
Yeah.
And they'd play for free, Dave.
Exactly. Yeah, I heard people saying that. Like, oh, I'll go out there and play for a lot less than that. Like, nobody would watch you because you suck.
You're not good enough to play.
Yeah.
But the other part is it's easy for fans to direct it at what's familiar. They see you. They see 92 out there.
Right.
They see your name on the back of the jersey. They see the players. They know the players.
Right.
They don't know the owners.
Right.
These are nameless, faceless people to them beyond their hometown. They know the owners here for the Mariners, but 99.9% of the fans don't know who the owner of the Marlins is, or who's the owner of the Pirates. Or
exactly. And not only that, and this was horrified me because even though I was a rookie, we had guys going on strike wearing the sandwich board, thing, walking around, pulling up in their Mercedes and pulling up in their, fancy trucks. Bad look.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, nobody knows who the owners are. And, it's just like, hey, come on, players, let's go. Get out there and just, take a crappy raise and let's just get on with it because you're interrupting my Sundays. And so, yeah, it's that's kind of it's kind of odd that people don't, look at it that way.
Yeah, I think it's just easiest to target what's familiar.
Yeah.
And they see that number, they see that face, they know them, they know, and you're greedy. I know, and that's the other part, is these days, everybody knows roughly what every player makes because as soon as they sign a contract, it's news. This guy just signed an 8-year, $95 million deal, and he's got generational wealth, and he wants more. Meanwhile, you forget, the guy that owns the team, billionaire.
Right.
Billionaire.
And the thing is, like, a lot of people have played high school and maybe college football or baseball or whatever, and they're like, oh, I can do that. But can I own an entire company and build something with, stock options and all this?
Yeah.
They can't relate to that. So they tend to side with the ownership rather than the players. Like, get out there and play. It's fun. It's a game, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that part of it is, definitely there's definitely a stigma there.
But I think you hit it. This is a way that the owners are going to introduce multiple things and say, all right, you're not going to give in on this big one. We know that. We put it out there, but I think ultimately that's not going to happen. But we need to come away with this getting something out of it. If we're not going to give in on the salary cap, hopefully a salary floor is established. We'll see. But we need a win here or a compromise here. So there's going to be a bunch of those thrown out there.
Just out of my own curiosity, the one thing I would love to see is the floor and see how teams are going to get up to that floor.
Yeah.
Because you said there was I think there was a $91 million discrepancy.
Yeah, between the very lowest payroll. And something like that, yeah.
And whatever
they'd have to more than double their payroll to reach what is being proposed as the floor. So
how does that implemented too? That's the other thing I think that would be fascinating to see. They could give them a few years.
You'd have to, I would imagine, a ramp up of some kind. You can't just go, all right, next year you got to double what you're spending here. But it wouldn't make me feel bad if they did say that, though.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right, last chance to get them in. Mean text coming your way, so get those in. You got a few minutes left at 866-979-3776. We'll come back with your mean thoughts about us as we continue live from T-Mobile Park. It's Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710.
Have you downloaded the Seattle Sports app?
We're going to have a challenge right here.
What are you waiting for?
Listen to this.
Every pitch.
Here comes the 3-2.
Every game.
Swung on and missed. Got him.
One app for free.
How about that, folks?
The Seattle Sports app. Every game.
Julio racing back.
Right in the palm of your hands.
Makes a leap and makes the catch.
Plus the latest Mariners news, insider access, video, and podcasts.
They got it. Wow.
The Seattle Sports app.
I tell you, there was nothing more frustrating for me than being in a restaurant trying to read a menu and not being able to read any of it if I forgot my readers. Same thing if somebody's showing you a text and they're holding their phone in front of your face and going, I can't read that. I don't have my readers with me. And I just had to have them everywhere, or I couldn't read anything. And finally got tired of it, had to take action. And that's when I went to K2 Vision RLE for refractive lens exchange. Absolute game changer. All of those readers are now in a drawer somewhere. So if you're in that spot, this is something that could absolutely change your life. And when you add King LASIK and K2 Vision, you get Freedom Vision for every stage of life. LASIK and EVO ICL from King LASIK gives you freedom from glasses and contacts. Refractive lens exchange from K2 Vision RLE adds extra freedom from readers and cataracts. So if you're just done with having readers by your side at all times, this could be your perfect and permanent solution when you go to K2 Vision RLE. And on top of that, you'll never develop a cataract. With over 400,000 procedures, Doctors Kopstein and King are two of the most experienced vision correction surgeons in America. So whether it's LASIK, EVO ICL, or RLE, trust the most experienced team of doctors out there with all of the data to recommend the very best procedure for you. Schedule your free Zoom consultation today. Just go to K2VisionRLE.com. King LASIK and K2 Vision RLE, no glasses, contacts, readers, or cataracts. That's K2VisionRLE.com.
There's only one Ozempic. Hello, I'm Ozempic, and I'm other GLP-1s, kind of like him. Ozempic, you redid your jingle?
Ah, thanks for noticing. Catchy, right?
No.
Okay, then. Well, ask your doctor about which FDA-approved uses of me, the Ozempic pen, may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide injection, 2 milligrams. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic.
There's only one Ozempic.
Ah, I told you it was catchy.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-791-0000. That's 800-791-0000.
This might be the most surprising statistic I've shared in decades of doing local news. More than 75% of commuters will be involved in a car accident at some point. JP Pendergast of Pendergast Law with more.
What makes it more surprising? The average person will be involved in 3 to 4 collisions in their lifetime.
With accidents unbelievably prevalent, what are some safety tips if it happens to you?
Safety first. Secondary collisions are not uncommon while awaiting help. Turn on those hazards and remain in a safe place. If a bystander witnessed the accident, capture their information and encourage them to remain at the scene. Seek medical attention immediately if needed, as delaying can be a costly mistake. Lastly, remember that statements made to police and insurance adjusters can affect your case.
Collisions are more common than we'd like to think. If you find yourself in one, follow these helpful tips and then call my friends at Pendergast Law.
If you or a loved one's injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
PendergastLaw.com.
Rick Riz here for the Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington's Improve Your Play program. Many of our local youth sports teams need help with field enhancements, training, and equipment. Local Pella owners Keith Dashafy and Luke Wilson are stepping up to donate $5,000 to 2 deserving teams. We need your help finding them. Head to seattlesports.com/play to nominate a deserving team in need. Let's help our local youth improve their play this year with Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. Contest and rules at seattlesports.com/play.
The home of the Mariners.
It is gone! Cal Raleigh, 2-run home run.
Hear every pitch on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
This Father's Day, do more with Dad and spend less with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Get him fired up with a new grill and accessories, like the Next Grill 5-burner for just $299, so you can spend more time together while he becomes the grill master he was always meant to be. Or build memories with savings on top brand power tools so you can tackle projects side by side. Gift more and do more together this Father's Day with help from the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See HomeDepot.com/price match for details.
Harry Douglas here to help you get in on the sweet life with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy. It's that classic throwback cotton candy flavor, but with 0 sugar and a 5-hour energy boost. I keep these with me so I can tackle that sweet tooth with a tasty caffeine kick and no guilty sugary aftermath. Bring on the sweetness with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy shots. Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
Hey, Brock Ewart here for my friends over there at People Come First Construction Group. You know I love my acronyms, PCF. They designed and built our outdoor living space for Molly and I, and we just loved it. And right now, PCF is making it easier than ever to get started on your new dream deck. with 50% off your custom professional design and architectural drawing package. That means you could save over $9,000 on your project. And with 12 months of no interest, no payment financing, you can design your deck now and pay later. You know, most people who start with a design package end up with the exact outdoor space they've always wanted and dreamed of. This offer is your first step. Do what we did and contact PCF Construction Group today. Get your project ideas, browse amazing photos, and find all the offer details at pcfgroup.com. That's pcfgroup.com.
Making your outdoor space your favorite place. When people come first.
Wyman and Bob from the Quantum Fiber Studio.
Weekdays 2 to 7
on Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
All right, we do this each and every single Friday. Allow the listeners just to be really mean to us, just to get it off their chest. It's really cathartic for a lot of people, Dave. And you and I have thick skin, so we can handle it. Lefko, he's developing thicker skin. It's getting thicker. Yes. When after Adam comes on, he preps. I feel like you get prepped for what's to come with this when Adam does his impression of you.
Yeah, actually, good setup to our main text that someone was so excited about. They texted in twice. 253 says, "I'm not a huge Adam Ray fan. That Lefko impression may have been the best thing the show's produced in a while."
That's okay. We'll take it. We'll take it. What do you think of his impression of you? Do you think it sounds like you, or do you listen to it going, I don't know what he's...
I don't know how I'm perceived of how other people think I sound. So I don't think it sounds like me. I know it probably sounds like an exaggerated caricature of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you sound great on the air.
I think his Mike Trout impression, thank you.
Yeah.
His Mike Trout impression is hilarious because it's nothing like that Charles Barkley, Mike Trout.
It's intentionally off.
Yes.
It's intentionally just sounds like Kermit the Frog doing Mike Trout.
That's a weird
So
one,
apparently it's a good one of me. So then it's good.
It's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. When he really focuses, it's pretty solid.
And then Brad got in on it too.
Yeah, Brad was trying. He was some of this. He's going to have to do a little more work. What else?
This is the hardest I worked all day trying to farm all of these mean texts. 360. I didn't listen to the show today, so I thought it was exceptionally good. Bleep you, Dave.
Like that one. Some 509 said we learned a yard waste bin is now a waste wheeler, according to Dave. Next thing you know, he's going to refer to a beer as Happy Juice and a Lunchable as a food thingy. A food thingy.
Brad Adam got a shot here. So
Uh-oh.
Everyone's fair game. They kind of smushed it in along with Ryan Rowland-Smith. 253 says, Brad Adam is so small he fits inside Hyphen's Roo pouch.
Oh, the diminutive Brad Adam, huh? All right. What else did we get there?
360 says, where's the DFA option for this show?
That's solid.
Yeah,
I like that.
Short to the point.
Here's
Sometimes those are the best ones.
Joe in the 206 says Dave and Bob look like they coach a little league team that's currently under investigation. Investigation for what?
Embezzling money.
Malfeasance.
Malfeasance.
This one says Dave clears throat to speak like Dave. Me no many word hurt big brain. Bleep you.
206, I used to take sleeping pills in order to fall asleep, but now I just put on your show and I'm out like a light.
Yeah,
Thanks,
we go.
guys.
Hey, we're here to serve. We're here to help any way we can. The only thing funnier than Adam Ray is a root canal, says Wally from Snoqualmie. Wow.
I just had that. It's not pleasant.
I would say, was it funny?
No, it wasn't funny at all.
There was nothing funny about it.
360 says, listening to the Wyman and Bob show is more painful than taking a fastball to the fruit basket. How about Jazz Chisholm? Well, he fouled it off. But.
Yeah, he fouled it off, but it seemed like it picked up speed coming off the plate. I think it went off right off the plate. Oh, man, that was hard to watch.
Yeah, for him to leave the game, I think there can be some acting, certainly, but he left the game at that point.
He wasn't a flopping soccer player.
No, that was pretty direct hit, and he was done for the day.
Like you said, though, it was kind of funny because a lot of his teammates, even in the in the dugout. They did kind of smiling.
I didn't see any empathy. They thought that was kind of comical. 206, Dave Wyman's NFL career is about as memorable as Bob Stelton's radio host debut.
Your call up?
My call up to the big leagues.
360. I'm surprised you guys remember how to do a show. You barely worked the past few weeks, you Morans.
That's fair.
Right about that.
I like that Morans is catching on. Yeah. We see a good amount now.
I just wish that guy, that person, guy or girl, that had sent in the original. Because that was not a mean text. That was somebody who was legitimately annoyed with something we had said. I still can't remember what it was, but they put in big capital letters, "You morons." And we lost the rest of the point after that because that was so hilarious. And I don't think they ever checked back in after that.
I don't think they ever will. Yeah, some people, and just kind of sprinkling this in, people were talking about the middle of the field, Cole, Raleigh, Rodriguez, and Colt, the danger zone.
No, not bad.
And then he said, blast that song, because I guess it drives him crazy.
Yeah. How about, did you read this one, Lefko, about the piggyback suggestion, format change? 253, here's a format suggestion for your show. Switch to the piggyback, where Wyman does the first 5 minutes of the show and Bob and Lefko finish the show.
Okay, well.
We have one from your friend Linda, Wendy, Dave, as you think of her.
Wendy.
She said, no one's listening because it'd be such a letdown after the U.S. win.
The electrifying U.S. win, which we were told 2-0 is the equivalent of just an absolute butt kicking in what they called a real sport. We didn't say that.
I like when you did the nil thing and then looked at me like, huh?
Yeah,
Hey,
I was showing off.
Soccer term.
All right, that's it for us. Our thanks to Paul Moyer, Adam Ray, and Brad Adam. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll talk to you on Monday with Wyman and Bob.
Think you know the Mariners? Not if you aren't subscribed to the Daily Mariners newsletter from Seattle Sports.
That's what they've been waiting for.
The latest Mariners news and injury updates, exclusives from Mariners insider Shannon Dreyer.
You look at the pieces and how it works.
Plus the best takes and breakdowns from your favorite Seattle Sports hosts and contributors.
The Mariners seem to be trying to build something that I think is a little bit more sustainable.
The Daily Mariners newsletter.
Monster solo home run.
Subscribe at seattlesports.com/newsletter.
Your neighbors at 3 Tree Roofing love telling you no. No high-pressure sales pitches. No Band-Aid fixes that will fail come wintertime. No outrageous pricing from some corporate-owned roofing company with headquarters thousands of miles from here. 3 Tree Roofing is local, family-owned, and their team will build you a worry-free plan for your roof replacement, completely free. Visit 3treeroofing.com to schedule your free estimate and call today to say yes to an additional $500 discount. That's 3 Tree Roofing, your Puget Sound roofing experts.
It's the Diablo Performance Event at Par Lumber. For a limited time, get 20% off all Diablo tool products, including saw blades, drill bits, and hole saws, built for cleaner cuts, longer life, and top performance. Don't miss out. Stock up and save big on the brand that outperforms the rest. Now through June 20th, get 20% off all Diablo tool products at your local Par Lumber. Visit par.com for more details.
Dave Wyman here, brand new member of Harborstone Credit Union, and I got my PNW Cashback checking account for free. No fees or minimums, and when I make everyday purchases with my Harborstone PNW Cashback debit card, I earn up to $30 each month. Gas, groceries, coffee, travel, lunch, all categories count toward your cashback. Open your free account online like I did. Go to harborstone.com/cash or visit one of their 29 branches across the Northwest.
Insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Eric Johnson here. I covered a lot of accidents over the past 30 years or so, but I never got to say much about what to do after a crash. Be honest, do you know what evidence to collect, what pictures to take, what documents to request, or what you shouldn't say to your insurance company? The Washington Accident Book Series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the roads throw at them. Know your rights and how to avoid common mistakes after an accident by getting your free copy at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
Taking the time to understand who you're working with, so that way you can understand, am I putting them in the best situation to be successful based on either their skill set or what they've gone through in their personal life. But you got to take the time to know your coworkers, your teammates, all that kind of stuff like that between the lines, because then otherwise it's not relationship based. And so that's a priority for us as far as making sure that we get to know each other between the lines. And then through that, right, you go shared experiences, and then two, now you're in the trenches together, and then you build the camaraderie, and then you got the trust and everything else that comes with that type of thing. That's really what, Brett and myself are trying to, articulate and communicate with the people that we work with, that, hey, yes, we have a job to do and we do have to perform to make sure that this business is sustainable. But the foundational piece is the relationship.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Here's the tale of the daily Medfield. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings Wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap Good RX, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new.
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right. Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.